And then you said,
That's
what?
a poodle.
That's a poodle. Whoa. What is Debbie talking about, guys? Poodles. Like, why would you want a poodle as a dog?
I mean, poodles are pretty cool.
Nah, man, I want a German Shepherd. I want a German Shepherd
Of
or
course,
a
you want that big
Rottweiler or
dog.
something like that.
Of course, you want a big dog.
Pit bull or something. I don't know. That's me.
You want somebody to get chomped.
Listen.
You got the back of the calves.
Yo, listen, man. You know, you take a bite out of your arm, man. The whole half of your arm.
Oh.
Yo, guys, what is good? What is going on? How y'all doing today? It is another Saturday morning, and you guys already know you gotta start your mornings off right with that MOG and Friends podcast, episode 77, and I'm happy to be here. Demi, are you happy to be here?
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
Did you say? Wait a second, hold on. Did you just say to being happy to be here? Like what?
Listen. I did a.
Yo, at least fake the funk, bro.
Hold on. I had to go to work yesterday, and I had to come right back to work in the morning. I'm not too happy right now.
I mean, that's work. You are at the greatest podcast on YouTube on the planet.
Podcast on Universe, man. You know, I'm stepping in with the Demi Gauntlet right now. You know,
my man said. Moving on, Leash. Are you happy to be here?
Ecstatic.
I see. I this energy is off for me today. What is going on? Ecstatic.
People tired, bro.
I'm the only hype one today. What is going on?
Sensational.
You never hype, so this is new
what
for
you
me.
mean? I'm always hype.
Nah, when we don't be trying to flex because when we first log on, your ass be like, "Hi guys, man. How you doing?"
Listen, you know,
Hey,
I'm always hype. I'm always good. I'm always out
like
here. You feel me?
a very white love child. Shut up.
Chill. I be out here, man. I be out here.
I be out here.
Yo, I be out here hype, man. I be super excited. But yes, guys,
we just got through with a jam session with you and Wool Socks, bro.
That's right, bro. Yo, listen, man. I was on my R&B. Yo, a lot of dope R&B music dropped this week. I've been jamming all week. Solange album is fire. Saint John's album is fire. I'm still listening to whose album is this that I'm listening to? I'm listening to IMDb. Her album is fire. Yo, I'm in a great mood, man. You know. 3 weeks until C2E2. Life is good right now. You know, going to the gym, being healthy. I feel good. I feel good. You know, the energy is definitely at an all-time high. But yes, with that being said, yo, Karama in the building. Shout out to Karama. With that being said, like I said, guys, it is another Saturday morning. And it's really excited to be here because we got some great topics for you guys, and we got a very, very special guest, which we will introduce in a moment. I'm hype. But yo, let's get into. Actually, no. Before we get into the intros, for those that are wondering, what is MOG? What is MOG and Friends? First off, MOG stands for Mind of a Gamer, and MOG and Friends is a very, very chill podcast where we talk about all things gaming and the controversial topics that come with it. And we always approach all topics with a fair and unbiased perspective. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So let's get into these intros, starting with the first and last. I said the first and last.
Yes.
Lady of MOG and Friends podcast, Miss Leash Capiche.
Hi. Hello, everybody. It's me, Leash Capiche, the first and last lady of MOG and Friends, coming at you today on this beautiful Saturday morning with subpar energy, but you know I'm a slow burn. Okay, you know it's early. Yeah. So what have I been playing throughout the week? Apex. I haven't even touched Dead by Daylight.
Thank God.
Shut up. I haven't touched Dead by Daylight. Yesterday I played what's that game? I was playing the Division 2, the open beta. But yeah, I really haven't been playing games this week outside of Apex. That's it.
That's what's up.
I just been chilling, working.
Just Apex?
Just
Wow.
Apex. Yeah.
Listen, Demi, anything, even though I don't mess with battle royale games, Felice, this is an accomplishment, and she has gained a lot of culture.
Wow.
Because listen,
Oh,
anything is better than that Dead by Daylight. Listen, I stand by that firmly.
oh my God.
So
Yeah,
I'm
you
very
got
the
two Dead
Lord.
by Daylight
Here-
fans in here.
Demi,
So.
Lucas, Demi, listen, I prayed to God every night before I went to bed. You know, I say a prayer. I pray for everybody, for everybody to be blessed and healthy. And, you know, I say a special prayer for Leisha. I say, Lord, Leisha's a great person, but she lost, Lord, and she needs your guidance. Please take the wheel
How much you lost?
and guide her to the proper game she needs to be playing. He kind of took the wheel and turned a little to the right. You know, you're at Apex now, but now we need to get you to the Spider-Man's God of Wars and Call of Duties. You know, you're almost there. You know, almost there. So,
Baby steps. Baby
steps.
steps. Yeah, there we go.
Gaining culture slowly but surely.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. She's only been playing Apex like literally almost all week. Like I've been impressed. Like I can't even lie.
Yeah, so it's just Apex. Just trying to get my shooter game up. For the most part, still not that good, but I'm getting there slowly. Just
We're not going to cover that. What happened earlier this week?
You gotta turn your sensitivity up.
No, I do have it up, but then at one point it was too like I gotta find my like sweet spot. So
yeah, that's how it was with COD. When I first started playing COD a long time ago, I was playing on medium 3, which is, you know, anybody playing on 3 is like, Lord, stop. Now I play on 12, so.
Yeah, I have to find my sweet spot. But I can't have it too high because it was too much when I had it too high. So I'm kind of like on like high, super high. Like it depends on how I'm feeling. I go back and forth. But yeah, that's it. That's my week. Just playing Apex, and yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. Definitely had to have happy to have Miss Leisha. Then we got the MOG boys, MOG gods. And, I forgot, Leisha's a MOG goddess as well. I got to start adding that in. But we got Demi, MOG gods, MOG boys in the building. Demi, please introduce yourself. Let us know the games you're playing throughout the week.
Howdy, folks. Your favorite review god here. Your favorite Mad Titan that's chilling on Xandar here.
Oh my God.
What have I been playing this week?
Was that a phone or was that you that made that noise?
I made the noise.
That was
bro. Go work for Apple, man. Making them noises.
Oh my God.
I'm loving the energy.
I've been playing Devil May Cry because I've been getting ready for Devil May Cry 5. We beat DMC 1, which was, God, that game was not aged well at all. That side scroll in the last fight was awful. Awful stuff.
Telling me it aged like foot fungus.
And then we're working on DMC 2, and that is also an awful game. That's just an awful game by itself. God, that is a terrible game.
It's like drinking spoiled milk playing that game, right?
Oh my
God. You get a cup of milk and it come out chunky. That's like your disappointment in that cup. I've been playing Deltarune, the alternate universe version of Undertale, where it's more of an RPG game now. Instead of like, it's a full focus 3-man RPG game instead of like how Undertale was. It's a pretty good game. Play some Smash. Finished the first God of War. Not bad. I low-key got winded like at the second half of that game though. Mm-hmm. I was really wishing it was over with at that point. That whole Pandora's box stuff was awful. Pandora's box was too long.
It's been a long time since I played the first one, so I'd have to replay it in order to kind of. From what I remember, it didn't seem that bad.
Nah, going back and forth, and it just was one endless loop to go back to rooms to open stuff up. Terrible. What else? Started Kingdom Hearts 3. Really good game. I have some gripes. It's a little bit too easy, and I'm playing on Proud mode.
Okay. You see what I mean, though, right? What I was telling you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's too easy.
It's too easy, but I'm enjoying it. They Pixar the hell out of this game. Like, the Disney effect is real in this game this time. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of sweet moments, a lot of comedy. Sora is less serious than, like, normal.
Yeah, it's more goofy.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that kind of change of character. Hell, even Riku, who's like ultimate dark Riku, is like less serious too.
Yeah, him and Mickey, I like that dynamic.
It's cool though. I'm gonna see what it's really like hitting for when I get back into it. And what else? Overwatch. Yeah. Platinum.
You platinum the game?
No, I ain't platinum.
Oh, I thought you said you platinum the game.
And, I hit platinum and competitive.
You called him a loser?
Yeah.
I mean, this guy has more platinums than me. Who's the real loser?
I mean, listen, bro. I'm King No Life out here. You feel me?
King Sweat Bucket. But
King Neck, nah, man. Use the proper word. King Neck Sweat.
But yeah, that's about it. So like, it's a light week for me, man. I've just been.
My man's named like 6 games and said that's a light week. Okay.
It is a light week.
I mean, it is. It is. Don't be play like 20 games. So that's true.
Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what's up, guys. Yo, I'm glad to have my MOG crew here, man. It's always fun chopping it up with these lovely folks. And for me, guys, you know how I am. I am Persona. All the games I've been playing this week is just Anthem, streaming Anthem. That's all I've been playing is Anthem. That's it. But let's get to
a fanfare for the Anthem.
Yo, listen, Anthem is dope. I'm loving Anthem. So wait, what did you just say?
Oh my god.
Yo, listen, bro. I love Anthem. Okay, Anthem is great. I enjoy the game. It's fun. It's entertaining. I'm enjoying the grind. I love the game, man. It's amazing. I love it. But enough about us. You know who the MOG crew is. You don't want to hear about us. You want to hear about this special guest. So this special guest, really, really, really cool dude, man. Real dope streamer. And he does his own podcast, actually on Saturdays as well at 8 o'clock, called the Homie Talk Podcast. A very peaceful guy. Very dope, very peaceful, very nice, very welcoming. Guys, please give a big shout out to our special guest, Lucas Rich 1026. Introduce yourself, man. Let us know the games you're playing, man.
I mean, I feel like after that introduction, anything I say is just going to be downhill from here. Yes, as the great Persona said, it is me, Lucas Rich 1026. So far, been gaming on this week. Well, this week I've been playing Apex. And there may or may not have been an Instagram post of some of the triggered state that I was in Apex, but it was me giving that person a hard time. But they're wonderful people, so they know I was just messing. I've also been playing. Well, I've been getting into Anthem here and there with my work schedule. I really haven't had a chance to sit down and dive into it, but from what I've played for it so far, I've really been enjoying it. I'm loving being able to fly around like I'm War Machine or Iron Man. I mean, that's one of the things that sold me. I will keep it a buck. And the gameplay, from compared to what it was when the beta and the demos to now, it feels a lot smoother. So I'm looking forward to actually, now that the servers like it's updated, to really just sitting and diving into it and grinding in the game. I've also gotten back into playing Monster Hunter World with a couple of friends, since I have people to actually play Monster Hunter World with. And I'm remembering why I made the purchase of the game last year and why I fell in love with it. So that's always been a good thing. And I snuck in a Dead by Daylight stream yesterday for the first time in it feels like weeks since I've touched that game. But really, so far this week, that's all I've been playing.
I see. I'm about to have to say a special prayer for Lucas next.
Hey, chill out, fam.
Oh, God.
Getting derailed by this.
Y'all be willingly playing Monster Hunter, man?
Yeah, yo, Monster Hunter is a great game.
Oh my God, I forgot Demi. One of the few games that Demi hates.
Now, Demi actually hates a lot of games, believe it or not. Like,
really?
Yo, yes, we've had these conversations many of times. Besides the Souls games, Monster Hunter. You don't really like racing games either, right, Demi?
No, I love racing games. I don't like the super serious ones, but I do love racing games.
Hey,
I bought the Crew, so I really like racing games.
Yo, he really bought that. I almost got sucked into that trap. I was like, yo, you know what? Because the beta, real talk, the beta was fun. It really was fun. But I don't know, man. You know, from beta to launch, sometimes you gotta make decisions. Like,
it was actually packed with content though. That's the crazy part. I thought it was gonna be like a full game, but not. It was really packed with a lot of stuff. Story with some cheeks, but it was actually a really fun game.
You gotta be cheeks though. It could be.
I love y'all energy this morning. I love it. I love the energy right now. It's beautiful.
Oh my God! What? Wait, remember? Yo, what was that last podcast or the podcast before? He was like cheeks.
And like Forza
Oh,
is like one of the only few games like I actually go out and buy as a racing game.
I don't know. Like I was Gran Turismo when I was younger as a kid,
Hey.
and like I said, I'm still waiting for a Need for Speed Most Wanted that came out like on 360 and PlayStation 2.
Hey,
Like
bro, I'm
that
never
Need for
buying
Speed
a
Most
Need for
Wanted.
Speed again.
Yeah, I was gonna say these later Need for Speeds have been they need
Like
to
I
go.
said,
Like these choices are just not good.
They
I
released.
bought a Need for Speed.
I don't know if they did a re-release remaster of Most Wanted, like back, it came out back in the day. I would buy it.
If they did a re-release of Underground 2, like a
Yeah,
remake, but like keep the core of that game, I would definitely pick that up. Or Hot Pursuit 2. If they did those, I definitely would. But these newer Need for Speeds, I hate to break it to you, Chief, but oof. Cheeks. That's gonna be the word of the podcast, guys. Cheeks.
Oh, cheeks.
Yo, so
And he
whenever
says
we
it
don't
with such
agree with something,
emphasis.
that is going to be the word of the podcast. Cheeks.
Lord.
But yo, let's
Oh my God.
but yeah, it's really good to have Lucas here, guys. I really do. Really happy to have him here. We're definitely about to talk some games. We have a lot of great topics for you guys today. A lot of good. I think the discussion portion is going to be a good topic too. Good. That's going to be good. I can't wait to hear everybody's thoughts. Also, big shout out to everybody that's here right now. Really do appreciate you guys. Shout out to all of y'all. So with that being said, so one of the things here on MOG and Friends that we do every single month at the beginning of the month is we always do our comparisons of PlayStation Plus free games versus games with gold for that month. So now that we are in the month of March, they announced what the free games are going to be. So let's judge. So pretty much how it works, Lucas, is I name the games for PlayStation side and then Xbox side, and then we'll decide which is the better value for you. Like, which do you think is the better value? So,
Gotcha.
And for those that are new here, just know I love to share my screen, so y'all gonna see a lot of screen sharing. So y'all gonna get a lot of visuals. You feel me? For those that listen, that are just listening. Don't worry, I like reading too, so I read everything out to y'all anyway. But so for
Visual
PlayStation,
PowerPoints.
of course, PowerPoints out here, man. You know, you gotta stay up the par. Never know when a meeting gonna break out. Like, hey, Persona, can you do this PowerPoint? I've prepared all my life for this.
Say less.
Oh Lord.
Okay, so for PlayStation Plus, the free games. Now, for those that don't know, PS3 and Vita titles are no longer going to be offering free games. They have ended support for that. So now we only are getting 2, maybe 3 games a month from PlayStation. So this definitely does dampen the situation. But so for PlayStation Plus, the free games in March are going to be Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered and The Witness. And The Witness is pretty much a puzzle game. It's really dope though. It's a really dope puzzle game. And the free games for Xbox games with gold. So for the Xbox games is Adventure Time, Pirates of the Ekraronian, I think that is, and Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2, and then the backwards compatible games is Star Wars Republic Commando and Metal Gear Rising. Is that Resurgence? I think it is. Yeah. So starting with you, Lucas.
Oh wow.
Which games? Which side has the better value for you this year? This month.
Okay. As far as this goes, looking at the okay, so I see for the Xbox One, Xbox Live, and the Xbox 360. Honest for me, as far as value, for what you're getting with this, is as far as the amount of games, I would have to lean with Xbox just because they're putting up more games. But I feel like the fact that PlayStation Plus just made Modern Warfare free, I feel like that alone damn near outweighs pretty much the majority of what the games that Xbox just came out with. I mean, Modern Warfare was honestly one of the Modern Warfare was the game that got me into shooters and really introduced me into Call of Duty. So the fact that you're getting the remix version of the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I think you're getting it for free. I think that's big. That's almost a game changer. Like, so that alone, that right there tips my scale outside the PlayStation.
Okay, so we got one to PlayStation. Leash, which one has the better value for you this month?
Can I go with neither?
You really want to go with neither?
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of any of those games. I mean, I mean, Xbox, they just basically give you throwaway games for the most part because, we have Game Pass and blah, 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 blah. So, I mean, I don't want to say PlayStation, but...
It burns you to the core, doesn't
it? Speak from your heart.
I'd rather take the 2 games from PlayStation than the 4 throwaway games from Xbox.
Oh man, we already
wow. I am humbled to be here right now.
Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all why this is monumental, okay? Because Leash, she an Xbox gal, and
she claims to be.
I am.
Yo, listen, Lucas. Let me tell you a quick story. Quick story time for you guys. Oh my God. This was last year, about October, November, and Debbie? What did I say to Leash? I said, listen. As soon as you buy this PlayStation,
because all of y'all are on there. I was a solo.
That's besides the point.
No.
As soon as you buy this PlayStation, you're not going to touch this Xbox
more than anybody.
You're not going to touch this Xbox. So let's ask Leash a question, ladies and gentlemen. Leash Capiche.
Yeah.
When is the last time you played on your Xbox?
Actually, last week, but I didn't stream. I was just playing with my daughter because she plays the Xbox more than I do. So she wanted to play what's that game? Left 4 Dead 2. So I was like, okay, cool, we'll play. So yeah.
How does she enjoy that?
I've seen it on the. Yeah, I've seen it.
We're gonna let that.
Yeah. See.
All right.
Did she have fun with Left 4 Dead 2?
Yeah, she enjoys Left 4 Dead 2. So I played.
That's cute. Okay. Raising a liver survivor main. Look at you.
Yeah, right. For real. I can't wait to get her on Dead by Daylight, bro. It's on.
Demi's gonna pray for her now.
Nah, I'm gonna probably have her be a killer main. I want to. She ain't gonna be a survivor.
Oh no.
She's gonna be like
starting out early.
Be like Karama.
Start off early. But
all right. So you pretty much want to go undecided.
Yeah, I want to cause I'll go undecided. The last time I
say PlayStation.
The last time I liked the Xbox free games is when they had Dante's Inferno on there, and which I forgot to actually download to my Xbox. But
oh Jesus,
I know.
Okay, all right,
but yeah, so I'll go undecided.
Okay.
She just will not say PlayStation.
Nope.
Demi, which one you digging for this month, man?
I had to really do some sit down and think about it, and I had to really sit down. The COD 4 reboot sucks.
That I agree with.
The Witness is a great game, but I can't hold it all to The Witness. Metal Gear Rising, fantastic. Plants vs. Zombies, great. I hate that they're including original Xbox games instead of just giving us 2 360 games. Mm-hmm. So I always take that away. And this Adventure Time game is it's a throwaway. But I'm giving it to Xbox this month, but just because of Plants vs. Zombies 2 and Metal Gear Rising.
I have to agree with Demi. Part of my reason why I'm not going to give it to PlayStation is because they've taken away the PS3 and the Vita games. And the Modern Warfare Remaster really didn't age well, in my opinion. And I'm just I don't no. I have it, so I'm just And The Witness is a good game, but
if you aren't into puzzle games, this isn't your speed.
Yeah, it's not something that you really are gonna
if you aren't gonna think outside the box with this kind of game, it's definitely not for you.
Outside the box. Outside the box.
What?
Oh, y'all on 10 right now.
Hold on.
What are you talking about? Whoa. Debbie.
Outside the.
I've never met this side of Debbie before. Outside the box.
They made a song called Afternoon Delight.
Oh my Lanta. Wow.
Oh
they said they wanted Call of Duty for The Witness, huh? Oh man.
Yeah, you can
get the child. Wait a minute.
You can get The Witness, but you got to be outside the box.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. What is it? Oh my God.
I'm waiting for Lisa to go. Oh my God.
I'm just at a loss.
All right, so
That box.
nah, but on a serious,
I
note,
need the least energy.
but on a serious note, though, I'm gonna have to give it to Xbox this month because Metal Gear Rising is a great game. Garden Warfare 2 is a great game, and I'm interested in Adventure Time. I am. I would play that over The Witness and Call of Duty. So I'm giving it to Xbox this month. So Leash, you have to be our tiebreaker.
Oh no! I'm
You
staying
have to.
undecided. No,
You have to be our tiebreaker.
Wow.
You have to.
It's no tie.
Last time I stayed undecided, I had to break it.
Yeah,
It's no tie. It's no
it is
tie.
because no, you're right. You didn't decide PlayStation.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
didn't
so
decide.
Xbox. All right, so Xbox wins this month.
There we go.
Shocking. I mean, we've done 30 podcasts and play Xbox has won maybe twice. So that's PlayStation Plus versus Games with Gold, guys. That is that. Let's move on. So if you were living, and again, guys, I love doing the visuals. You're gonna see a lot of this. So if you were living under a rock on when was the Pokemon Direct? 27th was the Thursday. If you were, you know what's funny? I got a story for you guys. The Direct started as I was walking to work. Like I just came out the train station, and I got the alert that it was starting. So I was like, oh shit! I stopped playing my music and everything, and I started watching the Direct while I was walking to work. I'm walking through the street, like looking at my phone, like, oh shit, this is so. I'm like, oh my god. So the Pokemon Direct was Thursday. So the Pokemon Switch games have officially been announced. Pokemon Sword and Shield, which I'm digging the name. The name is dope. A lot of people kind of making fun of that. And where are the 3 Pokemon? The 3 Pokemon are. Can I see the 3 Pokemon? All right, so I'll find a picture of that. But give me your thoughts on that. I'm gonna let the trailer play in the background, guys, for you guys while we talk. I'm gonna let the trailer play while we talk. So start with you, Leash. How you feel about the new Pokemon game being announced? What's your thoughts on it? How you feel about the starter Pokemon? Who are you gonna pick as your starter Pokemon? Mm-hmm. Break it down for us.
So I saw the trailer. I didn't watch it while everybody else was watching it. I had to watch it like kind of later, but it was cool. It's cute. The environment looks beautiful. I'm excited. I haven't played like a traditional Pokemon game since, I think since 2nd or 3rd gen. Probably I'm thinking 3rd gen, but I'm not sure. Or whatever. I'm super excited to especially like share the experience with my daughter because I don't think she's played a Pokemon game outside of Pokemon Let's Go or whatever. So that's another thing for me. How I feel about the starter Pokemon? They're cool. They're cute. The only one I don't like, surprisingly, is the water one, which is funny.
Like Scoble?
I don't like Scoble.
Or is it Scoble or Sobble, Debbie?
Sobble.
It's Sobble.
Sobble. Yeah. And Sobble. I'm a water main. Like, so, oh my God.
A water main?
Yeah, I'm a water main. I like the water Pokemon.
Bunny is the best. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh Lord, Jesus.
Yo, wait. Hold on, wait. Pause. Yo, listen, guys. I don't know if I'm the only one that thought that this man was peeing on the fire, but hold on, let's go back.
I did too. No, you ain't the only one. I did too.
Yo, listen. When I seen this, I'm like, I know they're not about to show a man's peeing on this fire. Like, what is going on here? Oh God, I'm sorry. Continue, Leash. Oh, Jesus.
No, I did too. I thought he was peeing on the fire, and I was like, "Wow, whoa, Pokemon, where are we going here?" But if I had to choose one, I'm not really a fire main. Scorbunny looks cool, but I would probably go with Grookey. Grookey's cute.
Why is everyone picking Grookey?
Because he's a monkey. He's a monkey. He's so cute.
Look at this dude. Look how he looks, man. My man's look like honestly, a cross between like a monkey and a deer. Like, get this dude up out of here, man.
Oh my God.
Like, get him up out of here.
Get him up out of here, man.
But the thing is, Grookey looks like out of the 3, he's gonna have the better third, the final evolution.
I think the bunny will. I'm gonna keep it a butt.
Nah, Grookey's gonna have the better final evolution, I feel, because he's gonna be a monkey, so he's probably gonna look like a gorilla or something. Like, it's gonna be fire. I'm ready to see. Listen, I need Grookey. Grookey's gonna be my starter Pokemon. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yo, Lucas, how you feeling about this Pokemon reveal, man? Break it down for us and give us your starter as well.
Okay. All right. So once again, I'm well known for keeping it a buck. I haven't actually played a Pokemon game that's not been Pokemon. I played Pokemon Go when it came out, but I haven't actually played a console Pokemon game since I think like Red and Blue. That's keeping it 100, long time ago. But I watched the trailer and even watching it back now, visually it looks really good. It looks like something if I had a Switch, I would actually give a shot and sit down and play. And of course, the Pokemon thing, capturing the Pokemon, being the best trainer, that's always been pretty cool. But I just really haven't played Pokemon in a long time. Looking at the actual three choices, I actually might go with what Persona says. I probably will rock with Scorbunny, honestly, because I feel like his evolution. I'm interested to see his evolution is probably gonna be dope, and he's got fire. I mean, you can't go wrong with that.
Y'all some psychopaths. Anybody who's a fire starter is a psychopath.
Not a fire starter, just is dope.
Psychos.
Okay, that's what's up.
You're not gonna slander me as a guest right now, Leash. You're not gonna do that.
Yo, exactly, Leash. We got company. You gotta be, polite to the company.
He ain't no company. I know.
The company wants some water.
Wow.
You feel me? You got to go get some water for the company.
No
You
company.
feel me?
I
You
know
got
this
to,
Negro.
you got to be very nice and polite to the company. You understand? Regardless of who it is,
He's
you
a
got to
friend
be
to
nice to the
friend
company.
to the show. He is not company.
The company wants some water. You feel me? So go get the company some water.
Oh Lord.
Or you want some lemonade, some iced tea.
I'm glad people on the podcast see how Leash treats me outside of the podcast. I'm glad y'all.
Very rude.
I call
on a
everybody
regular
who's a fire starter a psychopath. You just so happen to be.
I'm just talking about how I'm not company.
Oh, you're
That's
not.
what I'm talking about.
But yo,
The
Demi,
mistreatment.
break it down for us, bro. What's your thoughts?
Looks great. Looks interesting. They're finally using a real location, which is interesting. Not a lot of people are touching on that. They're in London.
Oh
wow.
Yeah.
That's dope.
They're in London, just in a creatively new region, but they're inside the city of London. And not a lot of people talk about that. I think that's actually pretty cool, pretty unique. If I'm picking a starter, I'll always go Leaf. That's always been my thing. And my fun fact, my favorite Leaf pick was from Ruby and Sapphire, Trico. One of the best Leaf Pokemon Leaf transitions ever. When he became Sceptile and Grovel, fighting Psychic, Leaf, and Dark, oh my god. You can untouchable, literally untouchable. Like best transformation ever. So of course I'm going with Grookey. I want to see. He looks like he's gonna go fighting, Leaf fighting, then like some kind of crazy maneuvers later on. Now I really want to see like what the mid tier to Final Evolutions is, because that's gonna be the deciding factor of like how far I want to push with Grookey. I'm really ready. Like if he goes Leaf fighting and then like some other extra stuff,
that would be cool. Like a Leaf / like Hitmonchan or something.
I'm not gonna lie though. Like Water has had like some of the best evolutions recently, especially with Greninja. That was like one of the best Water evolutions. Can't really say much for Fire. Y'all did have that one like
that one guy,
that one Fire Captain Smash, who turned into fire and fighting.
A Fire Blaziken. Not a Fire Blaziken, a Fire Electabuzz. Man, it's look like Electabuzz on fire. That's what's up though. That's what's up. This, for those that are watching, this is the world. It's called the Galar region. I'm gonna play it back again just so you guys can see like the scope of the world, because it really does look pretty amazing actually. Look at the world, man. It looks really big. Pause. It looks like it's a lot. It looks like it's a lot of land to cover, which I love. It really does look like they definitely are pulling out all the stops on this one, which I'm very happy about. Let's talk about these three Pokemon. No, hold up. And so the world looks great. The game looks great. It looks like it's gonna look very beautiful on the Switch. As someone that's like I'm I'm an old guy, so when I think of Pokemon, I think of like old school Pokemons: yellow, red, blue, gold, silver, fire red, leaf green, sapphire.
Facts.
I think ruby, sapphire. I think of those Pokemons. I stopped at because I kind of like pulled away for a little bit. I stopped at with Pokemon. I stopped at when they did the remakes for fire red, leaf green. Yeah, Fire Red Leaf Green, I think, were the last ones that I really like hardcore played. I did get X, Y, and I do have Sun and Moon. Well, I have Sun, not Moon. Which I played, and I'm like, okay, but I'm not really like a handheld gamer that much anymore. Like I want, now that I have the Switch, I wanted Pokemon on the Switch, just so I could play it, stream it, whatever. Like the way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna stream Sword and then play Shield like on the go or whatever. So the world looks beautiful, it looks promising, and it's a traditional Pokemon game. I know a lot of people were pissed off at the fact that I seen on Twitter people were saying that it felt like this game was a step back compared to Let's Go, because in Let's Go all the Pokemon you can see in the world, you actually see them, as opposed to just walking in the grass in a random encounter. And when I seen that, I'm like,
I have a complaint about that.
Go ahead.
In Let's Go, it's copying off Pokemon Go, which you are capable of seeing every Pokemon on the radar. This is a tried and true traditional Pokemon game, so of course random encounters are going to be a thing. Mm-hmm. Why would I want to see the Pokemon that I'm fighting if I can just see them? That means I can just avoid them and dodge them. I never understood this complaint.
Not only that, but with this Pokemon game, first off, what people have to understand with Let's Go is only Gen 1, which is 120 or 110. Was it 110 or 120, Demi?
150.
150.
Okay, my fault. 150.
Yeah.
This game is gonna have over 900 Pokemon. I'm not trying to be.
Is that many? Jeez.
Yeah. I'm not trying to have every turn I see Onyx and then a Geo. Listen, man, cut all that out, man. Like your complaints are unrealistic. All right. I wouldn't want that anyway. It's hard, like the random encounters in the grass. I love that feeling. Like even now as an adult, when I'm playing this game, running in the grass is always a great feeling. Because you remember back in the day when you had to hunt, like remember Ice? I remember back in Pokemon Yellow and Blue, I would hunt in the Safari Zone. Remember the Safari Zone? And you can only get special Pokemon in the Safari Zone, but you never know what Pokemon you were gonna get because you got to run through the grass and all that other stuff, and you only had a specific time limit. Like I like that. Like I like that randomness of really having to go out and catch them all. You got to hunt for your Pokemon. I like that. So in this aspect, I'm happy with that. I'm happy that they kept that core mechanic and really kept it traditional in that manner. In terms of my starter, y'all already know who it is, man. Score Bunny. Listen, man, my man's about to morph into Bugs Bunny, so we good out here. You feel me, man? He gonna be throwing carrots. What up, Doc? He gonna be throwing carrots at Pokemon. He gonna be throwing flaming carrots at Pokemon. So I'm with it.
Hit him with Warner Brother logos.
Right. So yeah, the Pokemon reveal was definitely, honestly, I was surprised because I'm thinking to myself, 7 minutes, that ain't enough. Like, what? 7 minutes? Like, I need more than 7 minutes. But then after I seen it, I had a dirty joke, but I'm not going to say it. I really had a dirty joke, and I was like, contemplating, should I say this right now? And I was like, no. Let's not say that. But I'm thinking to myself, like, 7 minutes isn't enough. But then after I seen it, I'm like, okay, I'm happy with the 7 minutes. You feel me? So I'm like, I mean, it's coming out this year. They showed us, like trailers or whatever. So I'm good. I'm happy. So, question for everybody here, Lucas, you said you don't have a Switch, right?
Yeah, I don't have a Switch yet.
So, does seeing this game entice you to want to pick up a Switch?
See, that's the thing. I think I'm not enthused into Pokemon enough to be enticed to get a Switch. More so, my thing for getting a Switch, enticed me to get a Switch was Smash Brothers Ultimate. But I would be willing, if I had one, I would be willing to get this game a shot because, like I said, visually it looks good. And like I said, I'm always willing to try a different game. And this looks good. And like I said, if it's a throwback, kind of like the old Pokemon days, like you said, where you had to run into the grass and you randomly encounter Pokemon that you got to catch, I would be down for grinding and doing that.
Okay. All right. Leash, are you picking this up?
Of course, my daughter already showed her the trailer, and so she already demanded it. So it's day one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Demi, are you picking this up?
Of course. Why would you even ask me this?
All right, bro. I don't need. I don't need. Okay, slow. Okay, hold on.
He said it like he was angry
about it. I do not need your intensity. Right, you're being very intense.
Why would you ask me this, bro? I've started the Team Groupie hashtag on Twitter. What do you?
I'm just trying. I was just asking.
They say
question.
GG because we Groupie gang out here. Man.
Hey,
okay,
gang.
You know what,
oh my
guys?
God.
We're not going to
Okay.
continue this podcast until Demi leaves because I'm not going to let that one slide.
No.
GGs because Groupie
Yeah,
gang.
GGs.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm with it.
Wow.
Nah.
Did you tell him to hit the showers just now?
Hit the shower.
They
bro.
lucky.
You're not taking it serious, bro. You gotta go.
They lucky Nintendo ain't got messaging because I would be toxic on Pokemon online.
Hey, bro, your scroll buddy's trash. Get your shit up.
Yo, I can picture that too. That's a messed up part.
They'd be like, is that the best groupie you got? Cheeks.
You can't handle the drip gone.
Oh my God, we groupie gang out here. All right, cool. Obviously, I'm picking it. I'm picking up both versions, so that's a day one.
I'm picking up Sword. I don't really care for Shield.
Sword and Shield, gotta get the combo. But moving on. We talked about this. Did we talk about this on the podcast? I think we did. If we didn't, then we're gonna talk about it now, and then we're gonna reference from earlier. But Overkill's The Walking Dead has been canceled on consoles, PC support to be ended. So essentially, the gist of this is, first off, we did speak. Didn't we speak on this, Demi? I could have sworn.
No, we didn't. We didn't speak. It was a rumor at first.
Oh,
and we spoke on it.
You're right. We spoke on the rumor, and they came out and said that they were going to continue to support the game. So that's why we never spoke on it, like in its entirety. So pretty much, Overkill's The Walking Dead is going to be canceled. Well, it has been canceled. And if you did pre-order this game on PlayStation 4, they did refund the money. I'm pretty sure on Xbox as well. And it came out off on PC last year, and pretty much that's going to be ended. And the gist of why it's being canceled is because Skybound pretty much terminated the contract. They pretty much terminated the contract with Starbreeze Studios, and they discontinued everything just off the simple fact that they weren't happy with the product that they got. So they terminated the contract. Was anybody excited for this game? Let me look for some gameplay so y'all can see what this is. But go ahead.
Listen, I watched it. I watched a lot of it heavy because I actually am a Walking Dead fan, and I was really curious on what they had. Overkill has so much potential with that first trailer. If you remember the first trailer, it was a trailer of somebody begging for their life, guys holding a cannon to his dome. You think it's getting serious. It's a zombie apocalypse, and it was so much of a zombie apocalypse that they just flipped Payday 2 into this game. Literally, it's just a reskin of Payday. And it didn't look good. It was actually very disgusting. If you run Payday and The Walking Dead side by side and look at it, it's really just the same game.
Lucas, was this on your radar? Was this something that you were going to pick up? What's your thoughts on it being canceled?
This was not on my radar at all. Like I said, I'm probably one of the few people on the planet who really isn't into The Walking Dead like that. But I have read up on the article, and it just sounds like that they were putting out a trash product that they weren't proud of. So I was like, we're just gonna have to decease it pretty much at this point. So it's got to be kind of a gut punch for the company, because a week before you got support. Oh, we're gonna keep making support for it. Then they got to turn around like, yeah, about that. You know what I'm saying? So it's always sad because what I'm saying, people worked hard to put out a product, and it sucks when it doesn't get to fruition. But I mean, you can't really. I don't fault them for not being proud of the product they put out, so they just nipped it at the bud.
Okay. Leash, what's your thoughts on this?
I'm kind of sad because I remember when the trailer first came out, I was excited about it, and I'm like, good, they're finally giving us a mature Walking Dead game, something where you can make quick decisions, something where you're actually murking zombies and it's gritty. Not saying the Telltale Walking games ain't gritty, because they are, but I wanted something a little bit more action based when it came to Walking Dead, because it's so much potential to make a great game with the Walking Dead universe. And I actually used to play a lot of the Walking Dead. What's the one? Prison? Was it not Prison Break? What is it called? Escape? the little thing, the game with the little sprite characters.
Escapist.
Escapist, yeah. Well, I used to play that a lot with my daughter. So and that game was actually really good. The Walking Dead version. Actually, both versions are good. But yeah, so I was amped for it. But I haven't seen anything else like outside of the trailer for it. I was thinking like it was gonna have like this big release. So that's why I really never paid it any attention after the initial trailer. But I mean, you can't put out trash and expect people to still want to support it. So
the thing is, it was just a reskin. Like a reskin with like some added things to it. They really didn't even try. Like, I'm serious. If you get a chance, just look up random Payday 2 gameplay and look up random Overkill Walking Dead gameplay. You'd be like, well, this is the same game.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. But I mean, well, can't put out trash and expect people to still want to work and continue working with you. So yeah, GG.
Yeah, I kind of feel like, you know, it wasn't really on my radar like that, like too crazy. When I first seen gameplay, I was kind of interested, but then I was like, I don't really, you know, it's not something, I don't feel like this is something I would like sink time into. So, you know, that's that. And Walking Dead, the show, has kind of gone off the rails, so that kind of played into, I don't really want to play this, I don't care. So it you know, it sucks, but, you know, that's how business is. You kind of just have to go back to the drawing board and kind of be like, you know, this is what we need to improve as a company in order to provide a better product. So I can't really be mad at that. You know, this is how business is. It's life. You know, I feel sorry for people that, you know, aren't going to be able to play it, but at least, you know, you're getting a refund. You feel me? Some games are canceling and give you nothing back. So, you know, that refund is definitely glorious.
At least the other Walking Dead is finishing itself off to satisfy those who, you know, at first people were scared they wouldn't get a refund, but they're finishing the game off at least.
Oh, you talking about the Telltale versions?
Mm-hmm. That's finishing itself off this year.
Yeah. Which is better than because did we get episode 2 of Life is Strange yet? I'm thinking about Telltale games.
We got it. Yeah.
How many more episodes do we have left?
2 more.
Bro, they taking they taking too long, man. I don't know what's going on over there.
Their hands are full.
Me. Yeah, they in that platinum realm now where they taking on too much than they can chew.
Yeah, they're still working on Twin Mirrors. So, and Twin Mirrors a full like $60 experience. So I think their hands are getting too full now.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about EA.
Okay. Done.
Again?
Yeah, let's talk about EA. Let's talk about EA, man.
Let's talk about it.
Talk about it. So EA, well, Respawn. I'll say it again. Let's talk about Respawn. So Respawn Star Wars game will be revealed April 13th. So for those that are strangers to the podcast, we have talking about EA for maybe the past month. From Star Wars and that to the Battlefield sales to Anthem and this debacle. Now we on Star Wars again. Let's give some backstory real quick. So EA canceled a Star Wars game that was being made by Visceral, who was headed by Amy Hennig, who is the previous creative director for the Uncharted games, but left Uncharted and went to Visceral, and they were creating a linear style Star Wars game that EA wasn't happy with. So EA canned the project. Well, they didn't can the project. They closed down the studio. Amy Hennig left. They gave the project to another studio that was supposed to make the game more open world because that was something that EA wanted. They ended up canceling that project. Star Wars Battlefront 2 was a disaster. It was a debacle. That got, pretty much didn't sell as well as it was supposed to, and that they was in, deep water because of that. Now we're here with Respawn and their game. The game is called Jedi: The Fallen Order. They are the creators of the Titanfall series, so I do have some faith. But break it down for me, man. Are you excited? Are y'all excited for this? Like, let's be honest. Are we excited?
I trust Respawn.
You trust Respawn?
I trust Respawn. After the Titanfall 2 story, I trust them.
Leash.
Am I excited? No. But I am excited for people who are actual Star Wars fans. I'm a casual. I like the movies or whatever. Like, but yeah, I'm not really excited for it personally. But it would be nice to see a Star Wars game get done justice for this gen, or even next gen, but soon, not 20 years later. So yeah.
Okay. Lucas, how you feeling about this, man?
Okay, so Alicia's excited for Star Wars fans. I mean, me as a Star Wars, I'm an actual Star Wars fan, like deep into it, but I love the movies. I keep an eye on it. And Respawn, to my knowledge, they did it. They worked on Apex, right, as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did Apex. So I actually feel like with the results of Apex and how great of a game that actually is, except for those who don't like Battle Royals, but how great a game that is, and of course the Titanfall series was big. It gives me hope that a good game is actually going to come out for a change for Star Wars, and I would love to see that because Star Wars is just such a popular franchise that they deserve a really good game. Battlefront 2, like the whole issue with the microtransactions and all the stuff that happened with that, and it was ridiculous. Like I said, I can't remember the last Star Wars game I was really hyped for. I think I was hyped for like the Force Unleashed 2, just because I was like, okay, I have to play as the person with the lightsabers. Oh, I'm bet, I'm down. So hopefully this with Respawn working on it and working on Jedi, and then it's Jedi Fallen Order, so it's gonna be crazy, probably crazy lightsaber action using the Force, throwing people. Like I imagine, I got high hopes for it. And I'm hoping for the best for this. I feel like it's in good hands with Respawn, with the Street Throne, with Apex, and of course the Titanfall series.
Okay. I'm in the same boat. With Respawn. Respawn definitely did a really good job with Titanfall 2, story wise. Probably one of the best FPS story shooters I've ever played. Honestly, that's no exaggeration. So I'm interested to see I'm interested to see their spin on an already established story. How they play into it. I don't think if they put in multiplayer in it, I'm kind of wary because I'm like, I'm kind of good on that. But then again, if it's multiplayer with that, because that tight COD feel multiplayer, I actually might be into it.
I hope it ain't like a tight COD experience. The only multiplayer at this point should be a co-op experience.
Yeah, I can do a co-op experience as well, but you know how EA is, and
I know how EA is, but since Respawn is like one of the main studios hitting the bank right now, I think they'll have full creative control.
I honestly would hope so. I would hope that they do that because, again, this is their last shot.
Respawn technically hasn't missed though.
Nah, especially with Apex. Surprisingly,
yeah,
Apex is top tier. Like, it's up there with Fortnite. So, we'll see. A quick little mid thing. Did you guys see the Sekiro PS4?
The one that's only available in Sweden.
In Belgium, yeah. Did you guys see that? Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys in the chat that, man, so y'all can see what we talking about.
It looks fire.
Say it again, Leash. Fire.
Fire.
Say it one more time. Fire.
Who's the psychopath now? Say fire like that.
What does it look, Leash? Fire.
It looks fire.
This is like one of the best looking PS4s.
Yo, listen, Debbie, say it again for the people in the back.
It's one of the best looking PS4s.
Fire.
Fire.
Yo, real talk, this PlayStation. Did you see it, Lucas?
No, I ain't seen it.
It's dope. It's really dope. It's a great looking PS4.
Fuego.
Probably one of the best. Not probably. It is the best.
It's definitely like top 5.
Is there like an image of it or something I can find real quick?
Type in Sekiro PS4 Pro.
Okay.
Belgium is like, bro. Who in Belgium?
Why is Belgium of all places, bro?
Right.
That's cheeks. Like, what is going on? Like, Belgium of what? Belgium of all places.
Don't y'all make waffles over there, man? Belgium.
I just want waffles. That's it. I don't want like.
Well,
PlayStation.
Belgium.
Why? PlayStation, you would have
Yo,
gotten
I
my
legit
money.
can't
Now
find
watch-
this
now
thing.
watch
Like,
the
why can't I
US
find this
version.
thing?
Type in Google, type in SEKIRO, and then type.
Okay, there we
PS4.
go.
Yeah.
My not
And then
spelling
type
stuff. Forgive me.
PS4 bundle or PS4 Pro or whatever.
Okay.
PlayStation would have gotten my money for this.
Now look, now the US version gonna get probably like just some dusty design
Some
or
dusty
something.
black bundle.
Right.
Oh my god.
Japan has like Japan has like the
Yo, this
cool
which
collector's
am I looking
edition.
at the rare version? Like, it's so many versions. I typed it. Yo, this joint looks. All of them look fire.
Talking about what, the rope and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Bro,
Yeah, this is-
hey man,
Bruh.
listen, man. I don't even like from games like that.
I need that. Like, yo.
You need
Like
that.
Sekiro's getting ignored, but I
Bruh.
would definitely buy that PS4.
They would have gotten my money. I would have bought this. I honestly would have bought this. I'm not even kidding.
It's got like the Japanese like wood, like kind of with the
Who-
slides shutter
That's what I'm
feel. Like that
saying.
looks so
Yo,
fire.
that controller looks so great.
And it is
I couldn't-
Sekiro
I couldn't
across
even
the
use it.
touchpad. Like it is so fire.
I couldn't even use that controller, man.
Oh no,
That
I
would
would,
be
I would never use that controller, bro.
That controller was just sitting. That controller was sitting on the display.
I have yet to open my Darth Vader PS4 controller. Like there's certain controllers I just won't use.
You bought
That's
that?
respect. I respect
that.
that.
Was fire.
That joint was ugly.
Cheeks.
Oh, there it is. I was looking
Cheeks.
for it.
Jeez. There's certain PS4 controllers like like the Batman one and like the Uncharted joint. I would never use those.
I have this. Because I have the Uncharted PS4 bundle, so I never opened that. But I also bought a separate Uncharted controller because I wanted to use. This is gonna be some super weirdo, not weird stuff, but some super nerd stuff. But like when Uncharted 4 came out, I bought the Uncharted 4 controller to play Uncharted 4 on the controller. It's weird. Anyway,
I respect the commitment.
Just
Yeah.
like I would never open the 500 million.
oh yeah, that's not getting open. Yo, that's
The only controller I ever wanted to like really buy was like the Spider-Man joint. That was the one I was like, yeah,
Oh, with the white.
yeah, I
Yeah.
had to have that one. But they sold out. It was with the bundle, so I couldn't get it. That was the one I wanted to try out.
You know which one? The berry one, the orange and purplish looking one.
Mm-hmm.
That one, I don't have that one either. That one is like the turquoise,
I was trying to get the Sunset one, but
Yeah,
that
I know
one sold
you're
out kind of fast too.
Yeah. So, Leash, what you think of the console?
I like
You
it.
going to Belgium? Pick that up. Pick up 2. I need one.
So I gotta buy a flight to Belgium, right? Round
Yeah.
trip, which is gonna like cost like the hell is
2,000.
what? Yeah, easy $2,000.
You seem like you like to travel. It's nothing.
You got some freaking flyer miles, I'm sure.
Actually, I don't like
Exactly.
flying. I don't like being on the plane.
Oh,
Yeah.
Snakes on a plane.
That's a nightmare.
Say for that line.
Leash go take off. She's gonna be like, "This is some cheeks."
I'll jump out the plane.
She can still go full Samuel L. Jackson in there.
Yep, I surely am.
I'm sick of you, mother effing snakes on this mother.
Plane.
You gonna fly to Belgium? You gonna get some free waffles in your face.
Facts. Wait. Wait a second. Why'd you say?
Whoa.
Yeah,
wait a minute.
that
Why
was,
did you say it like-
Why did you say it like that, bro?
That was a little.
What, free waffles?
There it is. I was waiting on
When I
you.
said free waffles, they gonna give you Belgian
Oh
waffles.
my God.
There it is.
Waffles in your face.
Nah, Leash. Yo, Leash, you gotta hit on what? You gotta hit on what? That was more better.
More better. More better waffles.
Alright,
Fire.
y'all stupid.
Oh my God.
What is going on
This
right
is
now?
great. This is great.
So yeah, the console looks dope, guys. Let us know in the chat. What
is going
Damn, you
on?
stupid, bro. I'm about to. Let us know in the chat what y'all think of the console.
Let's talk, man, because you're be getting some fire bundles, bro.
They
And I'm
do.
tired of it.
I'm sick of it.
I'm tired
I'm
of the
disgusted.
disrespect.
I'm upset.
I'm protesting PlayStation. It's like,
I am a paying customer. The only bundle that Europe has gotten that look trash is that Gran Turismo bundle. That one looked terrible.
Gran Turismo.
That
bundle?
one, yeah. Remember this? It was like a silver Pro with the Gran Turismo logo on it.
Let me see. I think I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, that one was trash. But outside of that, Europe been getting some fire stuff, bro. And Japan gets the collector's version of Sekiro, like all like the poster and like some steel books and a couple figures. So I'm not mistaken. The U.S.
Oh
is
yeah,
getting
this shirt
nothing.
was yo. This shit was
I told you, brother.
Weaving.
Wait,
God.
yo, this
It was
this the
cheeks.
bundle he talking about. This one was so trash. Like this was
I
trash.
remember people was like, "Yeah, man, I
This
can't
was
wait to get that." I
so
said,
trash.
y'all can keep that, bro."
Yeah, that was a terrible bundle. That was a terrible bundle.
Cheeks bundle.
Yeah, I think one of the best PS4 bundles. Honestly, the God of War. I don't know if you guys have seen the God of War, but the God of War PS4 bundle is really really great. Like one of my favorites, honestly. Let me show y'all. Oh, no, that's picture too small. God of War. That's the one I have now. The God of War PS4 bundle is probably one of the best. In my opinion, just because it looks so different. Like it's his axe. Yeah. It looks great. Like I love it. So
That PS4 looks fire.
facts. Oh, you know what? The Monster Hunter. Wait. That is one of the best.
The Monster
bundles.
Hunter is fire too.
And that was exclusive to Japan. Yo, I was
Great
so
PS4.
sad.
Yo, it looks so fire.
Great PS4. Not great game for me.
Yo, this Monster Hunt. Yo, this is one of the best bundles.
You know what's also
is
one of my
definitely one of the
favorite
best
PS4s?
PS4s.
The
Yo,
Type
look at
0
that.
PS4, bro. The Type 0 PS4 was tough. I like that one a lot too.
Look at that Monster Hunter bundle. Tell me that don't look fire.
Oh,
That Monster Hunter.
No,
That Monster
Europe
PS4 fire.
had one of the best PS4s with Metal Gear Solid, bro.
Which one?
The red one that came with the arm.
MGS PS4 bundle. The collector's edition looked good, but the PS4, I mean, in red and black are my favorite colors, but I'm like,
You got the Darth Vader. Relax.
I got
Relax.
the Darth Vader PS4.
You got the controller. Relax.
Yeah, that Darth Vader PS4 was fire too. Hold up.
No, it was
hold
not.
up.
Yeah, it
Yes,
was.
it was. What are you
That
talking
was
to Vader?
trash.
I mean, I said,
That
what are you
was
talking to Vader?
trash.
What are you talking about? That
That
Darth
was
Vader,
trash,
yo, the
bro.
Darth Vader PS4 wasn't fire, bruh?
No,
Ladies and
bro.
gentlemen, tell me that Darth Vader PS4 not fire, bruh. Tell me that Darth Vader PS4 is not fire. That's not fire, Demi?
No, that's poop chips.
Chill, boy. You wildin', man.
It said,
Chill,
this
man.
bitch said poop chips.
Chill. That
Poop
Darth Vader
chips.
PS4 is fire. Ladies and
No,
gentlemen,
bro.
is
There
the
are
Darth
fire
Vader PS4 not
PS4s.
fire?
The God of War one was fire. The Spider-Man was fire. The MGS and Type 0, like back then, was some of my favorites.
Let me see Type 0 PS4, because hold up.
Mm-hmm. I had to look it up. It looks cool.
PS4.
Those are like two of my favorites back when they just had the regular vanilla PS4. But that Darth Vader one was
Ladies and gentlemen, this the Type 4. I mean the Type 0 PS4. What y'all think? I'll let y'all decide. This is the Type 0 PS4.
that's way better
listen.
than that
No.
asthmatic victim
Listen,
PS4 that you bought.
Let them know, Lee. Cheeks.
Sheep.
That's
I don't know about
that's
this
better
one,
than
man.
that asthma victim PS4 you had, bro.
Yo, they know Yo, you call it Vader an asthma victim, boy? Chill.
That's terrible.
What you mean,
That is
bro?
terrible.
Yo, man,
You
this
got
guy.
disrespect
Yo, ladies
Darth
and gentlemen,
Vader like
which one
that.
look better? Right? The Type 0 PS4. And I want y'all to really let us know. The Type 0 PS4 or the Darth Vader. Let us know. Come on. You can't go against Vader. You feel me? Vader not playing no games.
You step into my home with that, you getting hit with the force for real.
You can't tell me Vader don't
Dang.
look fire.
Oh my God.
Lord.
Which one?
Step to
Look,
the
Rick said Vader. See, Rick got culture.
Hey,
you feel me?
hey,
Big shout. You know what? Round of applause to my boy Rick.
Shout
Shout out to Rick plays games. Like
Yo, Radio Rick.
Rick, you
Quality.
playing games by saying Vader, bro.
Type
Wow.
0. Type 0 is uber meh. Exactly. Uber meh. Did he just say uber meh? Let's go. Ali said Vader all day. Let's go.
What?
Shout out to
Let's
Dollface
get it.
in the building.
Hey, you know when you got
Key
different
said
tastes.
Vader. Key said. Let me give a round of applause to everybody out here. Y'all got culture.
That's fine, guys. That's fine.
Y'all
That's
are
fine.
cultured out here. Everybody
That's
looking
fine.
at that Type 0 console like,
Hey, I
sorry.
stand by my
Oh, no, that,
convictions.
I don't know.
did-
That Monster Hunter PS4 though was still tough.
Demi, I think I speak for everyone when I say
Congratulations, you played yourself.
congratulations, you played yourself.
I didn't hear it. So
Hey, listen, the stream heard it.
I ain't
They
hear
heard it. That's
So,
what.
so congratulations. I didn't hear it.
Yeah, let's
Drip
move
God
on.
in here.
Y'all stupid, man. Y'all want to talk about this Destination PlayStation? Yeah, let's talk about it real quick. So
You knew you was gonna talk about.
listen, all right, so Destination PlayStation happened this week, and it was pretty much the retail event held by PlayStation where they were talking about supposedly everything that's coming out this year, for the fiscal. Is it fiscal year or for 2019? I think it's 2019. I could be wrong. But one of the leaks is that Last of Us 2 is expected to release the 25th of October. Then there was another, pretty much this screenshot was captured, and it had Days Gone, which we know is coming out this year, Last of Us, Death Stranding, and Ghost of Tsushima. Now, apparently, everything that was shown there is slated to release for 2019. Again, guys, these are rumors; these are not facts. So don't quote me on this, but apparently everything that was shown was coming 2019. So, with that being said, starting with you, Lucas. Do you like Last of Us? Did you play the first one?
Yes, I played. Thank you for mentioning that, because Karama's been on me about it. I got to finish playing the gameplay for stream. But what I played of it, I enjoyed The Last of Us a lot. I enjoyed it. So seeing that, and already seeing from what I've seen with the way the gameplay looks so far from the demos, like, I'm hyped for it. I'm just waiting to hear more about it, because of course it's been kind of on hush tones. We've heard much about it since, like, what was it? E3? Was it last year or the year before? I can't remember when it was. We haven't heard much about it. But if it comes out around that time frame, I'm hyped. But this also makes me sit and think: is this going to be? Are they dropping the new PlayStation this year with this? It leaves more questions. But of course, these are all just rumors.
Okay. Leash, what's your thoughts?
I played Last of Us briefly, on stream and off stream. I'm not good at that game. I tried, but I am excited to see. I am excited to see The Last of Us 2 be announced, even though I probably will not be playing that. I will be watching. I like to watch other people play stuff that I do not know how to play. I have no pride issues. It's cool. Not everything's meant for everybody. But yeah, I'm excited. I don't think it's gonna come out this year though. These are rumors for a reason. So, because it's like literally
it is slated to come out.
It is.
Yeah, it is. The rumor is the date, not necessarily
the date.
Yeah,
so you think it's gonna come out later?
Well, because Last of Us 1, the original Last of Us 1 came out in the summer. So,
so you think they're going to push it up?
I was thinking they was going to put it out in the summer.
Nah.
But, looking at how they release games now, I could see it coming out in the fall, for sure.
We'll see. Fingers crossed. Because
Death Stranding supposedly is supposed to be coming out this year as well. Where's that coming out at?
Really?
Supposedly. So, and we already know Days Gone comes out in April.
Yeah. Right.
The only one that we really don't have too much information or certainty on is Ghost of Tsushima. So, that's the only one that really is up in the air to where it's like, okay, that could be a 2020. So, we'll see.
We'll see.
Good content dropping in April, because Mortal Kombat 11 comes out around that time.
Listen, Lucas.
Listen, bro. That Johnny Cage trailer had me hyped.
That's day one. Lucas. It's a day one.
All day.
What's your thoughts on this, Demi?
I'm day off of work for that.
Oh man, you dedicated.
On Destination PlayStation?
Yeah, Destination PlayStation.
Look, I'm gonna be the guy, and that's okay, because I still die on this hill that Type 0 is better than Vader. But anyhow,
I respect your opinion.
I'm gonna be the guy.
Go ahead, be the guy. Are we listening?
Death Stranding, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
Hold on. This is a spicy take by Debbie, guys. So definitely, tune in. Open your ears. Go ahead, Debbie.
I don't care. Last of Us, can't wait for it. Days Gone. I'm still a little iffy, but I know I'm getting it. So maybe my opinion can be swayed as I play it.
Okay.
If you really want to know, like, what I'm really waiting for is Ghost of Tsushima. It looks like it's destined to be one of the greatest samurai games of all time.
listen.
It does. Like I seen the trailers for that. It looks so good.
If you really wanted to play a Rurouni Kenshin game without all the extra anime into it, this looks like the game. And I'm not taking anything away from The Last of Us. I know a lot of people are hyped for that. I'm hyped for that myself. But my attention is more on Ghost of Tsushima. I'm a history buff. It's around the time when the Mongolians were invading. It was like Japan or something like that around that time. So it's a take on something that you really don't hear a lot of people talk about.
Yeah.
The game looks beautiful. It's a lot of detail to it. I'm curious to see what they're doing with that. That's my attention. Yeah, everybody's waiting for Death Stranding because they don't know anything about it. I say it's a FedEx simulator where the guy's dead.
Oh my god!
Wait.
Shady.
Wait, I did the wrong one. Wait, where's the laugh?
It's a FedEx simulator, and nobody can tell me different.
This man said a FedEx simulator.
Yo, wait.
Oh my god. Demi with the hot take.
Listen. This is about a dude named Sam.
A FedEx simulator.
This is a game about a dude named Sam Bridges whose exes are coming after him as he delivers packages.
Yo, man said a FedEx simulator though.
He didn't say UPS ups.
No, because he ain't got the job at UPS because he ain't throwing the packages and running off, bro.
Oh my god!
This is a horror game that you're delivering packages and you can't be caught. Like,
tell me
this man said a FedEx simulator.
Tell me different.
The drip god has spoken.
Oh, man, I got tears coming out my eyes.
I see a lot of people hyping this game. This game is gonna be fantastic. It is a full game. It's gonna be amazing. You just don't understand. No, bro.
What?
Oh my god.
Kojima has it all. It's okay. You just don't understand Kojima, bro.
Man, said a FedEx simulator, bro.
This is about some dude. He has to walk to door delivering packages and like in some purgatory to save his life, bro.
And then he carrying around some baby or something.
He carrying around a baby. It's his ex's baby, and she didn't want to keep it, so now he got to keep it on him.
Oh my god!
Dad walking the streets.
He a single dad
delivering packages to make ends meet.
Bro, bro, make that a movie, bro. I'm not trying to play a game like that, man.
Oh my god.
Kojima,
yo, you
can't talk. He just don't understand.
Yo, Debbie went off. Oh my
FedEx
god.
simulator. I can't mess with you, man.
The story of a single dad.
Delivering packages to make ends meet.
Door to door.
Ding dong, your package is here.
Y'all are so
Get off my
terrible.
porch, Sam.
Sam Bridges.
Sam Bridges.
The most.
Why you name him Sam
American
Bridges,
name.
yo? I'm trying to think. Yo, Kojima, come on the podcast. We got to talk. Why you name this man Sam Bridges? I'm curious, man. Jesus, my man said FedEx simulator.
But Ghost of Tsushima does look fire. Like, it looks visually stunning.
For me, I honestly, I'm excited for every. Only one that I'm not gonna say that I'm super hyped for, at least not until I really see more, is Death Stranding. I mean, it's on my radar, but I'm tired of like developers and celebrities. Oh my god! So I just watched 2 hours of Death Stranding. You guys are gonna be blown. I'm just blown away. And like, yo, bro, I don't like stop. Like the first couple of times, I'm like, all right, cool, I can't wait. But it's like I keep seeing it. I'm like, yo, stop. Like, show me. Me. Like, come on, man. Like you doing too much now. It's starting to piss me off. So that one, I'm kind of just like, Days Gone, that's a day one double dip. I got that collector's and I got the digital deluxe, so that's a double dip. Last of Us 2, I mean, come on. I'm a huge Naughty Dog fan. I'm a huge Last of Us fan and Uncharted fan, so that's an instant cop. And what's the other one? Ghost of Tsushima. That was like my game of the show at E3 last year. Like, I was like really like blown away at that game, and I feel like that's a PS5. I thought that was gonna be a PS5 title, but they said that was running on PS4. I'm like, ooh, this is definitely the end of PS4 though. Like this is it for PS4. Like
The last stand.
yeah, this is it. Plus we got some other couple games because we got Dreams that's coming out. Then we got Concrete Genie, which looks really great. That's also supposed to be coming out this year. Control, which is a multi-plat, but that also looks like the game that Quantum Break should have been, and it's made by the same studio. So, but yeah, Destination PlayStation was pretty cool. I'm excited. I want to see more. Now I'm on the edge of my seat. You got my attention. But yo,
was Cyberpunk coming out this year?
No, that's more than likely going to be.
Supposedly,
it's supposed to come out this year.
Yeah.
Yo,
really?
That's not coming
no.
out. If it does come out this year, I'm waiting for the PS5 version.
They've been working on that since 2011.
I mean, but still, like, I want it to be perfect, like, because I feel like this is going to take the place. Cyberpunk for me is going to take the place where Mass Effect left the hole in my heart.
Why'd you mention that?
It's not what you think it is. It's not going to be the same as Mass Effect.
I mean, it's not, but it's still gonna. I feel like it's gonna have like the story that I'm looking for. Like it's. I don't know.
I'm still waiting on you to pick up Anthem.
You go and get Anthem.
Bridges is okay.
You sound like that grandma from SpongeBob.
Wow.
Chocolates. You really think I'm here for chocolates?
Oh no.
So things I learned today. Demi thinks that Death Stranding is cheeks.
Cheeks.
But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see how things play out. But I agree with Leash. I do want Cyberpunk. I actually want that to be a PS5 title. Let that be Let that just be next gen. Let that start next gen off.
Yeah.
Like I really want, because I want the best version of that, and I really feel like the best version of that is going to be on next gen consoles. So I may wait to pick that up, honestly. But yo, let's move on. Kingdom Hearts 3.
Hey.
I still haven't finished it yet, and I know you got Persona. How could you not have finished Kingdom Hearts 3? I don't want it to end. I'm gonna be honest, guys. Like, it's me.
That's awesome.
It's me.
That's awesome.
I like, a bit of backstory. I've been playing Kingdom Hearts I've been waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 since high school. Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 was amazing. I played the side versions too, Birth by Sleep. The only one I didn't play was Dream Drop. I played Birth by Sleep. I played Chain of Memories. Amazing games. I didn't play Dream Drop. That's the only one I didn't play. I don't want it to end. Like, honestly, I just don't want it to end. So I haven't beaten it yet. I'm at the last world. I'm in Tokyo, San Francisco. But I know eventually I do have to beat it because Nomura, he teased that Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to be getting some DLC and we'll be getting critical mode. First off, let me talk to you, Nomura. Why wasn't critical mode in the game from launch? And why is proud mode the way it is? It's too easy. Unacceptable. Very unacceptable, sir. I'm very disappointed in that. But critical mode will be put in the game now. He didn't specify if critical mode will be put out like in an earlier patch and then the DLC will come out later this year. But he did confirm that DLC and all that is coming this year. So starting with you, Leash, you didn't play Kingdom Hearts 3, did you? No.
I haven't played a Kingdom Hearts game since the first one, so I'm out of this one. That's all you.
Well, give me your thoughts anyway, like DLC or whatever. Do you care?
I'm happy for the people. I'm happy for the people who have been playing Kingdom Hearts since forever. So y'all deserve this.
Okay, fair enough. Lucas, what's your thoughts?
Like I said, for the people who are fans of Kingdom Hearts, I think that is awesome. Me, like I said, y'all, your energy alone and people here talking about it, y'all are encouraging, making me want to go buy Kingdom Hearts 3. That's being honest, because I'm hearing y'all talk so much about it, say such great things about it. I might want to sit down and play. I feel like it's one of those games I'm going to sit down and play and then not want to put down. And I got a job, so I can't be afford to do that. So, but it looks good. A DLC adding on to continue the story. I feel like to give people more. I feel like that's awesome to reward the people who've waited that long for Kingdom Hearts 3 to come out to give them more gameplay to jump into. That's dope. And like I said, I'm just interested to see what happens from there.
Demi.
It'd be great for that critical mode to hit now, so this game doesn't feel so easy. I've noticed that's been kind of a trend with Square games lately, and I kind of needed to stop. I heavily needed to stop, actually. But yeah, Kingdom Hearts is dope. I'm still early into it, so.
Yeah, it's. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, I have my own theories as to why they made it so easy.
And remember, hold on, before you go, Nomura is on this project. I know people are blaming Tabata. Tabata made it too easy.
It's Nomura. It's
Nomura did the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's him. Can't blame you.
I'm kind of looking at it like, I mean, guys, I honestly have my own theories why, and I'll say this in the nicest of manner. I feel like the reason why the game is easier than what we expect it to be is off the simple fact that it is on other platforms.
Stop it. No.
Listen,
no.
All right.
I know where you're trying to go with that. Don't do that.
I wasn't gonna go down that route. I was just gonna say a lot of newcomers are coming to the game. Like, more eyes are on this game. Gaming is bigger. Gaming is more mainstream. So you kind of have to. It's the same thing with Final Fantasy 15. What was the message that was said at the beginning of Final Fantasy 15? A game for newcomers and fans alike. I feel like that same approach was put into this as well. Not saying that the story is bad or anything like that, like, you know, like it was with 15. Like the story for 15 was terrible, but with this game, it's not the story, it's just the accessibility that has been adjusted to the game. And you got, I mean, Demi, you're playing on proud mode. Can you at least agree to that they trying to make the game accessible to a larger audience? Do we agree?
Completely.
Okay. That was the road I was going to take.
I thought you was taking a different route.
I wasn't going to take that route. I wasn't going to take the other route. Come on, we're on the podcast. We're going to do that. It's you know, so I feel like that's part of what went into the development process of this game, which kind of the elitist in me and the hardcore fan is pissed off, but then I'm like, I get it. You got to make it accessible to everybody. But since they are putting critical mode in the game and they're going to make it more challenging, I'm like, okay, cool. When I do my second playthrough, because I was going to do a second playthrough right after I beat it, but I'm like, you know what? I'm going to wait. So after I beat it, my second playthrough will be critical mode, and I'll do that's the one I'll do on stream. So once critical mode comes out, that's when I'll do that. In terms of the DLC supposedly is supposed to revolve around Xeon and her story, and it's also supposed to tie up the ending of 3. I didn't beat the game yet, so I don't know how 3's ending is, but from what a couple of my friends have told me, they've cried. I'm like, hold on. Maybe we shouldn't beat this. Because, hold on. You feel me? Like, you know, there's certain things that you see, like, I mean, how many people didn't shed a tear when Mufasa died, or when Bambi's mother died, or, you know, the Land Before Time? Like, you know, there's certain things you watch where you kind of got to pause it, because it's like, whew, the onions. So I'm going to make sure there ain't no onions in the room when I'm beating the game.
You know, I actually didn't cry at Mufasa.
You didn't? You was probably laughing. Like, no, that's what he get.
I'm going to be honest. Like, The Lion King didn't move me. You know what scene actually almost had me crying?
What?
You know, if you ever seen Toy Story 3?
3, no. I only seen 1 and 2.
It's a scene in 3 where, like, they all join hands because they was on, like, a conveyor belt and they was, like, about to get melted. That scene was, like...
That did it for you? A teardrop. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
WC Mufasa died, I was like, cheeks.
You heartless. You heartless.
Man said long. Yo, you know what? That was probably hype when Scar was like, "Long live the king." That man's like, "Oh, that was hype."
I mean, I did cry when Thanos did the snap. I did.
You cried with that? Wait a second. Hold on.
How you not? Wait a second. Proud clap.
Oh, I thought you said you cried when Thanos did the snap. I'm like, hold on.
No, I was excited. I wanted Thanos to win regardless.
Real talk. I did.
Jeez, Demi, God.
I ain't gonna lie though, the scene where Spider-Man was like, I don't want to go. I was like,
okay, yeah, I gotta keep it a buck. I gotta keep it a buck. I did tear up a little bit because his performance on that part was dope.
Yeah, his performance on that I ain't tear up, but I was
apparently he ad-libbed that, and it came across real powerful. So I teared up just a little bit.
I don't want to go.
I don't want to go.
I
Please, Mr. Stark.
I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
Please,
you know what other movie? Go. What movie? You know what movie?
Just cold-hearted. That's all that is.
You know what movie was gonna like almost had me, like almost like I was like at that point. The Incredibles, the first one. When
really?
Yeah, when he was in the when his family was getting messed up and he kind of like had to get strong to kind of help them out in the end. Remember when they were on the island and he was seeing how everybody was dying, and then after that he was tied up to the thing, and he was like getting messed up by I forgot the dude's name. What's his name? Sinister, whatever the hell. Syndrome. That just I was just like, damn, like he was trying to do this for his family and he was trying to become like a better person. I don't know, like that scene kind of like spoke to me a little bit.
It did. I understand what you're saying.
Damn, let's go back to you not crying at Mufasa. You okay?
Yeah,
you're not crying Mufasa, bro. It was a little dark, and he has a lot of dark.
You said it like Mufasa died and he stood and applauded or something. Like
then he was like, yeah, that's how you do it.
Lion King just wasn't the movie for me.
You know what? The scene that like always sends chills is
because I'm not big on Lion King like that either, honestly.
What?
I cried on every.
It's just like, wait a second.
What is wrong with that's just my opinion though. Like I've never been a big on Lion King like that.
Leash, do you like Lion King?
I like all Disney movies. They're fun.
Thank you, Lord.
Toy Story was just more of the series.
Disney moves.
Okay.
That was the series for me. Toy Story was always my series.
You know what? Toy Story 1 was the rocket scene that like really had me. Like when they stopped, when the car stopped because he couldn't keep up. Yo, that like really hit me. I was like, oh man, jeez. Then he lit the rocket and like they started like speeding off. I got like super high, like yo, let's go. I remember that when I was a kid. Yo, that was great.
So let me ask you a question. What was
as a kid? I got emotional watching Buzz realizing he was just a toy and he couldn't fly, and they were playing that.
What was the last game y'all cried at?
What was the what?
What was the last game y'all cried at?
The last game? Ooh. Yeah. Oh, I'm trying to.
The last game I cried at, I feel like okay, y'all might laugh at me. Actually, the Spider-Man game. It was getting to me the way Peter was so torn over the fact that his mentor
that's such a good
got
scene.
Turned. And
you talking about that?
That hit me.
Yeah.
That's why I love Spider-Man. That game so much. That game was an amazing game.
You know what? I didn't cry, but I did like I felt the tears welling up. God of War. At the end, when they got to Jotunheim, and he like finally, he became he realized the type of man that he wanted to be. Like he was at a crossroads the entire game, and he was struggling with trying to be a good father and struggling with trying to be, protect his son and struggling to do all these different things. And then when he finally got to Jotunheim, with his son in the ashes, and he just like took the bandages off, and he just. Like yo, that's just looking beyond games. That scene really like kind of like it speaks to you just as a man. It speaks to you as a person. Like being able to come and being able to accept and move past your past and accept yourself for like who you are and who you want to be.
Now I gotta go buy God of War. See y'all making me
that it was a scene in God of War that actually kind of touched me a little bit when he started caring about when Atreus gets sick.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was a good scene.
That scene was great.
Now I gotta buy this game and play.
I say the last game that really had me like in some tears was Red Dead.
Red Dead 2 or 1?
2.
Which scene? The ride.
The ride.
Yeah. That ride's so crazy, bro.
Especially since he does like the whole saving scene before the final ride.
I'm sorry, Rick. I thought everybody had beat God of War. Sorry, Rick. Sorry about that.
I haven't played God of War yet.
It was that and the
spoiler alert.
That scene and the scene where Chloe gets shot. Oh my God.
Oh, yo, that's what, Life is Strange 1. Let me tell you something about Life is Strange 1. Oh man, that whole
Life is trash.
Like, especially when he found out that all right, spoiler alert for people that didn't beat. If you didn't beat Life is Strange, just spoiler alert for people that didn't beat Life is Strange. I'm about to say a spoiler for Life is Strange, the first game, not Before the Storm, and not the new one that's out. The very first one, when the teacher was the one that killed Rachel.
Oh my god, bro! The ending,
and then he had Chloe. No, he had Max tied up, and I was just like, oh god, this is hard to play.
And the end in episode 4, heavy, man.
You know what? You know what made me feel sad too? Before the Storm, at the end, where he was taking the pictures of Rachel. Oh my god, that scene, I was like, yo, that's crazy. That's crazy. What is going on here?
I don't know. Low-key was another scene. It was a scene. Well, it's another scene in Spider-Man. I'm not going to spoil the ending, but of course, if you played through Spider-Man and got to the end, you know what happens when he has to get the medicine, and we know that part got to me. But actually, a low-key scene that got to me years ago. Playing forward, you realize that they didn't happen. Was the scene in Batman Arkham Knight when Barbara's, I think she's talking about fear gas or whatever, and she's struggling and she's afraid of Batman, and she basically, Joker walks in front, and basically making it seem like she shot herself or killed herself. Like I felt the emotion on that, because Batman's like, no, please don't do it, and everything like that. That got me a little bit. I was like, wow, that's crazy. I didn't see that coming.
Leash, what about you? You've been kind of quiet.
Oh, I've just been waiting my turn.
Oh no,
it's not my fault.
No.
I'm sorry, we talked too much. Sorry.
I can't think of a game that I cried on in a very long time. So, I guess the last
some softies, fellas. we some soft motherfuckers.
Emotional.
I guess the last one I cried on was, I guess, Mass Effect 3. That's the one I can remember that I cried on. Anything else?
She cried on Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yeah, because it was trash. I wanted to throw the game in the garbage. I spent $60 on this shit.
Dog shit.
This is cheeks. You know what? I think I know one that everyone here. You might not have cried, but it hit you hard. The beginning of The Last of Us.
Oh yeah.
The beginning of The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was crazy.
And I played it on stream, and I was like, "Wait, what do y'all have me playing? You have me crying on stream?"
Last of Us.
Yeah, that was a little tough. Yeah.
This part didn't make her release cry, but I know she got upset. The part when we were playing The Way Out.
Yo, I wanted to cry. That's why I was angry.
So
I wanted to cry.
Are you fucking serious?
That's why I was so angry. It was either rage or cry, and I had to rage because I can't cry on stream. I refuse. I ain't gonna be that vulnerable.
Her raging cost her a victory.
It really did. I was so mad, but it was so sad because this dude really, spoiler alert, this dude really just sat up there and fooled you the whole time. Like, oh my god, like I'm triggered. I'm triggered. All right.
Yep, there it is. There it is.
Triggered. Yeah, that game kind of it made me emotional, but I didn't cry. But I remember the last game I cried to was Mass Effect 3. Especially after they released all the DLC, and even when you sitting in the apartment and y'all having the last party before you have to go and save the universe again, for real this time, and everybody coming to everything coming to full circle, and then you finally romance the person you want to romance, and it's beautiful. Yeah, I cried, but I drink a lot, so I can't remember another game earlier game I cried on. So. Yeah.
Dead by Daylight.
I cried from rage. Those are rage tears.
Getting left on the hook.
Right. But yeah, that's it.
Okay. Any more before we move on to this discussion?
Nope.
All right.
Wait, what? We still talking about the tears?
Yes. Timmy tuned out. He's like,
no, I had to step away for a second. But
Leash, we talk about A Way Out, how Leash was triggered emotionally in A Way Out.
You know, it was another game for me. Type 0.
Oh my God! Moving on. Demi's being a troll.
No, seriously. Wow.
Yo,
At least
Jesus.
you
Oh,
closed the
boy.
door in his feelings. Like he was being.
I'm sorry.
with his
Yo,
YouTube.
that's
Type
wild.
Zero,
She
and
said,
Titanfall
moving
2
on.
was like 2 games.
Yo, that's so disrespectful. Leash.
I'm sorry.
Oh, my God, that was so messed up.
I'm so sorry.
Wow. Go ahead,
Sorry,
Jimmy.
did we got reviews?
Wow, Leash. Wow. Anywho, Type Zero. It was Type Zero because at the end, spoiler alert, they find out that they're clones and they break the cycle of going through this every 1,000 years.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like Type Zero was good.
And if you play Titanfall 2 and you know the relationship between you and BT,
Yeah, that was a good one. That hurt. That hurt. That hurt. That
that
one
hurt a
definitely
lot.
hit.
That hurt a lot.
Yeah.
Especially what BT does for you
Yeah.
to get off and like survive. Oh my God.
To get off.
That hurt. That hurt bad.
To get off. Whoa.
Hey.
Oh, my God. Hi,
Oh
yeah.
my God.
Oh, my God, no. Oh, my God. Time to
Let's
go.
move on. All right, let's move on to this
Discussion time.
But wait, let's take a step back. At least close the door on me. But still upset about a way out.
That's what I said. She did.
Cheeks.
Oh, I mean, a way out. I didn't cry. I was just angry.
But you wanted to cry.
I really did.
It was emotional setup because like we've been working so well to build it. That game did such a good job of making you having to run on your part.
But it was a lot of parts
you
that
build
you
a
could
camaraderie
figure,
and
you
a
could
bond.
figure it out. You could like.
I didn't fit. I was
I
completely
didn't see it. I
oblivious
was focused on
the
trying to
whole
survive.
time. Yeah, it makes you focus on the teamwork. So that way, like to me, I was more focused on us getting what done what we needed to
Going
get done.
Smoke this dude.
Yeah.
Smoke this dude and escape.
And like the personalities between the two characters, like you see a relationship, a bond forming between them. Like I was like, okay, cool, this is a good
Like,
game.
He's trying to
Like-
he's trying to help me deal with my issues with my pregnant wife and shit. And like,
Yeah.
it was crazy.
In great words of Demi.
Cheeks.
Oh,
You know
God.
what I feel is gonna tug at the heartstrings when I finish it. The Evil Within 2. I feel like that's gonna be another game.
Man,
I
that game.
gotta get through that, man. That's just
Because he's chasing after his daughter that's lost in this world.
that game is tough.
It's a tried and true survival horror game.
It
I
really
love it.
is, and I don't like it because I really.
And you know what the crazy thing is? I love Resident Evil 2, but the Evil Within does everything the Resident Evil 2 does, and it did not get the recognition for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that it's too open. I want it more linear.
Don't like that it's too open.
I
You
don't like
more
it.
linear.
So you like it or do you not like it?
I said I don't like that. I said I like. I
You
said I
said you
don't like. My bad. I don't like the fact that it was
You
too
like
open.
it more open, more better.
Oh,
Mo
wait.
better.
Oh wait. Whoa.
See,
wait.
now I'm thinking about games that got me emotional, and I think back to my childhood playing Metal Gear Solid 2: Sons of Liberty. And
That
when his little sister, you had to go to try to save her. You did all that work to save her, and then she dies. Like in the X, I was like as I was a kid, so I was like, yeah, I don't think this. I'm like, yo, she died. I did all that, and she got killed.
Sons
Are
of
you
Liberty was
serious?
screwed up, man.
I was so hurt. And then when the old girl who was Gray Fox, she trying to help you, and she ends up dying. I'm like, what the yo?
Yo, a game from my childhood that made me cry, and it wasn't because it was sad. Lion King. I cried because I
those
couldn't
tears
play.
of
Yo,
anger.
yo, listen.
Yo, this,
As a kid, let me tell you about this Lion
I'm tired
King.
of him.
Yo, those were angry tears because I couldn't beat the game. I couldn't get through the game. I was mad.
Ooh.
That's those tears when you start shaking and you just like.
That was
Those tears,
like-
you
that was
start
like
biting
Super Mario.
you start biting your bottom lip and you press the button hard like.
Yeah, that's like Mario Brothers on Nintendo, the first Mario Brothers. I couldn't get past that big jump in the 8th world. I used to get so mad. I'm like, why can't I do this?
Oh my god, man! I got stories from the kids. But
That's
yo,
what
let's
you-
move on
that's-
to this discussion. So let's give some backstory here, guys. Let's get some backstory here. So Amy Hennig, and for those who don't know who Amy Hennig is, she was the creative director over at Naughty Dog for quite a few years. She created Uncharted 1, 2, 3, and then she left. She went to Visceral, where she was working on the linear Star Wars game, and they canceled that, and she left that. She's a legend out here. She is a legend, and she's very good. Some of her earlier work, I know she worked on the Jax as well. Jax. And what was that super old? It was a super old game she made from way back when. I forgot the name of it. But she's a legend out here. So where is it? So VG put out an article where they quoted something that she had said in the article where it was like a single player only game like the original Uncharted wouldn't be a viable pitch today, says Amy Hennig. They linked the interview because I read the article that they made and I'm like that they wrote up and I'm like, I want to read her interview because there was a lot of paraphrasing going on in the article and I really wanted to get the full understanding of what Amy Hennig was saying before we did our discussion. Because this is a discussion that we've had time and time again about single-player games here on the podcast, and I'm sure you guys have probably seen it in social media or seen it on YouTube and whatnot about, multiplayer games versus single-player games and things like that. So, I read the interview, and I read the article, and I was like, yo, this makes for a good discussion. So I'm going to read to you guys her excerpt from the interview, and we're only going to read the parts of when she starts talking about the single player is dead narrative, because it really is interesting what she says, and then we'll speak on it. So she had an interview with Venture Beat, and this is pretty much the question he asked. So he asks, is the whole single player is dead thing, wanting her thoughts. And she says, speaking of things getting reduced down to memes, I don't think anybody would say single player is dead. Look at the current crop of games. It's just harder and harder to proposition. So then Gamesby says, why is it getting so hard? Pause.
Oh, my God.
Why is it getting so hard? Pause. I don't get it. If it's the 8 years to do... I don't know if it's the 8 years to do Red Dead and Amy Hennig says that's the problem. We used to make games in a year. Jak 3 we made in a year. Uncharted took 3 because we had to build a whole new engine. Uncharted 2 and 3 took about 2 years each. That's unheard of anymore. 3 years is short. Right now you can already see there's a lot more expensive. That's a lot more expensive than it used to be. A lot of games are taking 4 and 5 years, sometimes more. Teams are bigger. The fidelity is higher. There's an apparent requirement, whether it's coming from publishers themselves or players or whatever. That's the games that have more features and are bigger. I've said that I don't think a game like the first Uncharted, even though it is the foundational footprint for that series, would be a viable pitch today. The idea of a finite 8-ish hour experience that has no second modes, no online. The only replayability was the fact that you could unlock cheats and stuff like that. No multiplayer, nothing. That doesn't fly anymore. Now you have to have a lot of hours of gameplay. 8 would never cut it. Usually some sort of online mode, and of course you see where things are pushing towards live services, battle royales, and games as a service. All those things, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but they play less nicely with story. They're less conducive to traditional storytelling that has a shape and an arc and a destination and an end. A game that is a live service that continues does not. So GameBeats, as I look at the contrast between Battlefield and Call of Duty, that this year where Battlefield had the single player and Call of Duty dropped it in favor of Battle Royale. It was an interesting test, and it seems like Call of Duty won. That's almost sad in some ways. I wanted that Call of Duty story. So she says when we say single player is dead, and again, I don't subscribe to that. I think people are also talking about narrative games, not just a game that can play by itself, because of course there's plenty of that, but whether narrative is still front and center as one of our key tenets of the title is just harder to do. Yes, you can look at Spider-Man, Red Dead, and God of War, and they're deeply narrative, but they're also really long. That's also an understanding that a lot of people may never finish it. They only play the first part of the game. Let me highlight that for a second. They'll only play the first part of the game. So then GameBeat says 22% finished Red Dead. Only 22% of ladies and gentlemen, only 22% of people finished Red Dead Redemption 2. Keep that in mind. So she says, right. Hold up. Right. We look at that thing, which seems like it's leaning hard into story and this character in this world, but with the understanding that less than a quarter of your audience will see the story through. That just makes me crazy as a storyteller. That's like saying I'm going to write a book and expect nobody to finish reading it, or make a movie and expect people to walk out halfway through. It's counterintuitive to wanting to tell a good story and craft it for people. The length and complexity, the layers that are in these games now, submissions, skill trees, all these things are great. I'm not saying we shouldn't have them, but it makes it harder. It's harder to tell a single player narrative focused game. That's why people go to publishers like Annapurna, but it's at a different tier. So I'll stop there because yeah. Starting with you, Lucas.
Oh boy.
Because Amy Hennig, she breaks it down, you know, and it's a lot more to the interview. Like it's a long interview, and you know it's a lot more because she goes into indies and talk about how indies were able to focus on, you know, that narrative games but on a smaller scale. She goes into all that, but I want to stop right there because she says a lot of things that make perfect sense, but also it can kind of, you know, I feel like we can have a conversation and we all would have a difference of opinion to what she's saying. So starting with you, Lucas, what is your thoughts on single player only games, and what is your thoughts on single player being in single player and multiplayer together? So a single player game that has multiplayer like COD or Battlefield and things like that. And is single player only games a hard sell? And do you think single player games are one and done, which is a term that is used a lot, especially in the gaming community, to refer to single player games? Give me your thoughts, man. Break it down for us.
Okay, hit me with a lot of questions there, so I'm gonna try to tackle them as I can. Now that I'm glad you pointed out the actual article. I looked at the link and read the full article, what she said, and I had the full picture of what she was saying. Like, I on some points that she said, I get where she's coming from. I do. So now seeing that, because seeing the clip notes in the other article, I was like, oh, wait a minute, she's tripping. Then I actually read it, and I was like, I see what she's saying. Okay. I feel like me, you know what I'm saying, I grew up, basically to paint a picture, I grew up with basically 3 sisters. My dad was in the military at the time, and my mom. So basically, it was just me alone to myself. So I grew up on single player games for the most part. I feel like I see what she's saying. When more so people, it's becoming so popularized that people want to sort of play online with their friends and sort of just game with their friends now. I can see how you can think that, okay, well, nobody really looks at the story mode, like especially what kind of like I've seen y'all talk about on previous podcasts with COD, like the whole COD talk y'all had the discussion with the single player thing, and you mentioned it, you said it in previous podcasts. Nobody really cares about the campaign mode. Like I said, I feel like part of me feels like I get what they're saying, that a lot of people don't finish the single player mode. I feel like some of that, and y'all might not agree with me, some might agree with me. I feel like some of that depends on what you put out, basically what you put into your story. If you haven't invested enough time to make a good enough story and captivated a good enough story to make the player want to keep playing and play through the full story mode, then that's on you. You can't. That's on you as a content creator. That's on you. I don't think single player games is dead because, like I said, Spider-Man, for the most part, I understand the skill tree thing, but Spider-Man still was a single player story game, and with the DLC, a continued story game, no matter how long it is, because it's 8 hours, it's still at the end of the day a single player game with an amazing story. Like God of War, amazing story. If you have a game that you put up a creative story that encaptures the player and makes them want to sit down and put down the time to play it, then single player's not going to die. I mean, I know the battle world thing is the craze, as we see with the Apexes and the Fortnites, the Blackouts, to a lesser extent the PUBGs. It's been yeah, I said the lesser extent. Yeah, I said it, but to a lesser extent the PUBGs. It's the rate. What's the wave? And it probably is going to end up being the future of what it is, because that seems like the popular thing to play. But I feel like there will always be, if you're good and you put out good story, good content, you have a good team that puts out good content for a single player game, there will always be a market for a single player game just for you to sit and play and grind out and go through. There's always going to be a market for that. I don't think that's going to go away. Single and multiplayer, them being together, that seems like the marketing wise, that's the move to do. But I feel like it's not going to die, honestly, because there's always going to be a market for a single player game if you make a good story.
Okay. Okay. Leash, give me your thoughts on this.
As a person who plays a lot of RPGs, or used to, I guess shooters have taken my time lately.
You need to get in Persona 5.
Oh,
I
shame.
do. I have it, but I will play it eventually. What'd you say, Persona?
I said that's gonna consume you.
Oh,
It's
Persona
long.
5?
Yeah,
Well,
it's long.
it
Yeah.
will. The story and everything. You got to get into that.
Yeah. I mean, I have it. It's on the list of things for me to play. But yeah, as a person who plays mostly like RPGs, grew up playing RPGs and all that good stuff, I think I get what she's trying to say. I get where she's coming from. Because at the end of the day, we say this almost every podcast. It's gaming is a business. So they're looking for ways to basically milk as much out of a game, make as much money and profit out of a game as they can. And it's not necessarily as easy to do with story games as it is with multiplayer games, battle royales, or whatever. So like when they put all this money and all these resources into story games for people to just buy like one time, like there's no real profit, I feel, as far as like resources being spent is concerned in story games. I'm thinking that's what she meant. Like us as consumers who buy games for stories, because I love a good story. Like I don't like game mechanics are important to me as well, but a story is what really drives the gaming experience for me in general. So on our end, we're looking at it like, yeah, there's still a market for it or whatever. What's she talking about? Like, I still play games. I still finish it. But me personally, I'm sitting up here thinking about the amount of games that I've started that had a good story that I did not finish or whatever. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's more so on the money side and how much they can actually milk out of a story game. And like even coming up with DLC is kind of tough because you're putting in more money to a game that you're not necessarily going to make back with said DLC and extra content or whatever. And it's not like they could really sell packs of like for skins and clothes, like because we like people who play story games, we care about certain stuff like that. But if it's more like cosmetic type of stuff, I really don't care for it unless it looks like fire. But but like,
sorry, go ahead.
No, but like, but for like, other than like, I get where she's going, and as a developer and as a person who makes games and stuff like that, like what she's saying makes sense. But yeah, I had to look at it in that realm. And like she's saying, it's true. Like it takes longer to make a good story game now. They can't just pump out games in a year or 2 years or whatever anymore. It has to. People are really picky, like as we should be, or whatever, when it comes to certain elements of like a heavy story based game. So yeah. And then you got the internet, and on the internet, if a game bad and one person tweet about it, and then the other like a whole bunch of other people tweet about it, you're screwed. So I mean, yeah, that's kind of like my take on the whole thing.
Okay. Demi, break it down for us, bro. What's your thoughts? Yo, you said the best thoughts of the game. Of the
Yeah,
day.
Demi is so godly. Wow.
Man.
Jeez.
Give a round of applause for Demi, man. He gave it all.
Yeah.
He gave the best thoughts of the day. Won his thoughts
did.
with us. Ain't that
That
right,
was-
Demi?
I almost shed a tear.
Right.
Like, wow. That was
And he's still muted, so.
Demi Luther King
Lord,
over
Demi's up there silent.
I do mine. I think
I
Demi's
was
doing
tripping. I
something.
was like, is Demi talking? Did I miss something?
No. He's muted. So I think he's doing something at work.
Okay.
So I put this on Twitter. 'Cause when I first seen the VG article, I immediately knew that what was being said was being misconstrued to some degree. But I also knew that, with Amy Hennig, I kind of understood what she was saying, because she still essentially says what the VG article is saying, but they pick it and choose certain things to get a rise out of people. But
Yeah.
I put on Twitter that us as a community, the gaming community is very volatile. Gamers are very fickle. And for those that aren't that aren't too heavy in that gaming side of Twitter, there's a lot of gamers that will hate a game. For instance, I'll use Spider-Man as the perfect example, and even Leash knew about this, and she's not even on that side of Twitter. People weren't going to buy Spider-Man, a single player only game. People weren't going to buy Spider-Man because of puddles. Ladies and gentlemen, people weren't going to buy Spider-Man because of puddles. People weren't going to buy God of War because he didn't have a dedicated jump button. Just let that sink in. Something so minute, something so frivolous as that being the deciding factor for a potential consumer to buy your game is dangerous. Growing up as a kid, I played a lot of games. Like I went to Blockbuster, used to rent games. Me and my friends used to trade different games when we beat games, whatever case may be. When I think back to myself as a kid playing video games, a lot of the games that I played was JRPGs, was single player titles, platformers and things like that. Most of my enjoyment from gaming came from that. Even to this day, I can still attest to that. Most of my enjoyment has come from a single player experience. But in today's time, gaming is more mainstream. Gaming, you got everyone, wanting to play games now. So it's a bigger audience. So businesses look at that and they're like, okay, well, we've got a larger audience. What does the audience want? What are most people saying? A lot of people are saying and it's not everybody. So I don't want any, oh, well, I'm not saying that, Persona. What are you talking? This doesn't apply. Listen, if it don't apply, let it fly. So you have certain people, facts. You have certain people that'll say, this game, I remember last year and the year before, actually, there was a big thing going on where people were saying that single player games without multiplayer aren't worth $60. This is what people were saying. People view single player only games as one and done. So when you have large voices within the community that preach these type of ideologies, a lot of people are very impressionable. A lot of people, they base their opinions not off what they think, but off of what others think. And this is not just in gaming. This is just look at social media. Just look at how people live their lives. They get their validation through social media. The same thing applies when it comes to games. With gaming being so widespread now, people look to others to guide them and pretty much let them know what is right and what is wrong within the community. And it's sad. Because single player games to this day have still offered the best experience when it comes to gaming. God of War, Spider-Man, Ni no Kuni 2, Days Gone, that looks great. It looks like it's gonna be great. Zelda, Mario, Pokemon. Look how many people are excited for Pokemon. Although Pokemon will have multiplayer, you be able to battle your friends. Still, the excitement is from the journey. Everyone's excitement from that game is the journey. So, are single player games a hard sell? Yes. A lot of that is contributed to Battle Royale, honestly. Battle Royale, multiplayer games definitely are contributed to it because of how companies can nickel and dime you now. Companies can get, all this money out of you outside of you beating the game, costumes, loot boxes, so
dances.
Yeah, dances, all types of stuff. So people So businesses are looking at that and they're like, well, damn, if we can continue to get money out of you 2 years from now, we need this. We want this in the game. So from that side, yes. But I don't think single player games are dead. And I do agree with Amy Henning where, single player games, the demand that people want from single player games has definitely grown exponentially. Because, you know, an 8-hour game, if they released an 8-hour single player game today, it's, you know, people are definitely going to feel some type. You know, people were mad that Spider-Man was 20 hours. It takes 20 hours to beat Spider-Man. 15 to 20 hours. People were mad because of that. God of War is 40 hours.
Sheesh.
That's a work week.
For real. Devil May Cry is 15 hours. People are like, oh, it needs to be longer. So the demand for single player games and what they expect out of them has grown to where it's harder to provide a narrative focused experience when you also have to factor in, you know, the skill trees and the side missions, and like people want extra out of it. They don't just want the story anymore, which is sad because I like that. The story is what should be most important from the single player game. Well, that and the mechanics, you know, the gameplay. Like, you don't want to have shitty controls and stuff like that.
True.
But the story should still be what should still be at the forefront. Because I can walk away from a story like, whoa, Life is Strange ain't but 6 hours, 7 hours if you play through all the episodes. Whoa. You feel me?
Mm.
So, you know, I don't know. Conversations like this, I mean, single-player games have proven that they still are the most desired because, you know, look at how all these games are selling. But, you know, we are in that time where, you know, a lot of people are looking at multiplayer as the end-all, be-all, and it really isn't. Because, honestly, a lot of multiplayer games, first off, a lot of people... I ain't even going to say that. But multiplayer games are great. And don't get me wrong, I love my COD. I love my Uncharted. I love my multiplayer games. Let's not get it twisted. But I'm happy with sitting down with a single-player game and just relaxing. 20 hours of quality gaming is long. Pause. That is true, Harry. That's very true. Demi, you trying to give your thoughts or no?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
The Drip Gods returned.
Yeah, I just want to say people are disgusting. But,
Facts. I agree 100%.
I do too.
Anywho, I read the article and I listened to the video. She has a lot of good key points. And it was something I wanted to touch on from what you said when you said Battle Royale.
Pause.
Whoa.
Y'all are weird today. Anywho.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
And when you said Battle Royale is nickel and dime you, that goes into a key factor with DLC also. If you really want to look at it, DLC is kind of what ruins single player games too.
Yeah.
Well, I think the purpose of DLC was to add longevity to the games because, again, it goes back to people demanding more from their single player experiences.
This is true, but with developers taking that route for DLC, they also cut content from games so they can nickel and dime you a little bit more.
Yep. That's true as well.
Yeah, yes. I don't want the statement to be as blanket as that, but I do agree.
I'm not trying to make it like that, but like at certain points in times, you can have a finished game and there will be some content added to it. I'm not gonna say that because there are key examples of that. Like Dragon Age had more content added to it than there was cut from it.
Yeah, that's very true.
Witcher had full on expansions for $20 a piece.
I heard the Witcher expansion was like
the Witcher expansion was a brand new game.
Yeah.
It was a lot. It was a lot of like the expansions were like 20 hours a piece.
Yeah. So there are key examples of where they are giving you more content. And there are key examples where you can tell it was some content taken out from the game that's just being resold to you.
But let me ask you a question, Demi. Is this the developer's fault or is this the consumer's fault?
Either they go hand in hand. I say they go hand in hand.
Okay, let me ask the question a different way because I know someone's going to say, "Are you blaming consumers for?" No,
I'm not.
My question
is let's clean this up.
Yeah, let me ask the question in a different way. Who contributed? Who enabled this? Who enabled this?
What came first, the chicken or the egg? This is the conversation.
That is a great question.
Who is the prime enabler in this situation? because now we're at a point in time where the demand for what people want out of their single player games
They
are
want more.
borderline unrealistic.
Yeah, they want a 70-hour game with beautiful graphics.
Let me stop you right there. But wait, there's more. People aren't completing these 70-hour games with beautiful graphics.
True.
So
That's
who
very true.
is the enabler?
The consumer.
Definitely.
I'm going to say the consumer.
Because they're giving us what we want. But
because you know how many people complain about Red Dead? It's too long. The game goes on forever. Oh my God, this game isn't finishing up.
But that's any Rockstar game. The campaign is always going to be long.
The same thing can be said for RPGs, though. How many people complete RPG story-based games?
It takes me a while. I have to restart.
I can't front.
It takes me a while.
It's gonna take me a minute to grind, but I'm gonna get it done.
Yeah, it takes me a while to complete it.
But that goes back to the question: who is the
consumer? The consumer is definitely the enabler.
Yeah, because they're giving us what we want. They're like, okay, we'll give you what you want, but they have to be smart and strategic about how they give us what we want.
Let's not forget there are some trash single player games that release out here.
Yeah,
let's keep it a
of course. Yeah,
there are some bad developers too.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I won't say the single player games are dying. I will say it's harder for new single player games to get on.
True.
I would say that the narrative, I would say the story aspect in single player games is what's dying.
Yeah,
because a lot of that part I do agree with Amy, because she's saying that it's harder to provide a very heavy story driven single player game because what you have to factor in, with the skill trees, side missions, and all these different stuff, making all that connect is borderline impossible.
Yeah,
true. You think a lot of people are also like sacrificing story for graphics? Because they know, if it looks pretty, they'll play it.
Yes,
hell yes.
So they spend more money.
I have my own thoughts about why some of this generation has been like awful, and I'm gonna be honest. The whole 4K push completely unnecessary.
Yeah,
true.
Especially when everyone don't got 4K TVs yet.
Exactly. Yeah. What's the point of having 4K if you don't have a 4K TV?
Everyone doesn't have 4K TVs, and this is why some of the games have been massive because they have unnecessary graphic patches.
True.
But like they put up this visually beautiful game though.
Yeah.
But then to give you this vanilla bread story, and it's like, okay, but you're like, oh, but it looks pretty. So
people want the beautiful graphics, great story, but sometimes it doesn't happen. And people say they want these single player experiences. Let's look past the Sony push or what they've been pushing out. There have been some great third party games that people haven't picked up.
Nope.
True. You're right.
Vampire.
Not only that, but what was Vampire is a perfect example. No one wanted that is one of my games of the generation. That it really is that good.
Vampire did not get picked up.
It didn't sell.
Because people really don't want story.
Well, I don't want to. Well,
I'm not gonna say.
I don't want to say people don't want story. I feel like
no, but we got to think about who complains. Who complains? Who really complains?
Well, see, that's the thing, though, and this goes again. This can be applied honestly to any aspect of life. Most people that complain about
people that aren't looking into it like that.
Yeah, most people that are complaining about these games honestly aren't playing these games.
Exactly.
Or aren't playing the game that they're complaining about, or aren't a part of the community. Perfect example. How many times have you heard that video games are childish, or video games are bad, and all this other stuff? And it's like, are you playing these games? Like, do you know what you're talking about? Like, you really don't. The same thing can be applied to, and I'm not going to say people aren't free to complain. You're free to do whatever you want. You're free to feel how you feel, but also be prepared to be made to look like an ass because of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how many people say that they get open world fatigue, but then when these linear games come out, well, I don't really need to buy that for $60. I don't really need to look at that for $60. Maybe I'll just wait for a price drop. But then another open world game comes out, then you complain about, oh my God, it's so big, it's so vast, I can't do much with it.
Yeah.
Weird, dude.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
That was a good pause too.
I'm sorry, bro.
Yes.
Maybe I need to
good job.
Maybe I need to renegotiate my contract.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I couldn't hold to this.
Complex.
I tried to mute myself before I laughed, but I couldn't get it.
You know, Complex ain't clear the check for this today.
That was a good pause, Dibby. That was
boy.
a good one.
Complex ain't clear the check for this one today, man.
That was more better.
You know, hey, Joe, put me on the show, man.
Cheeks.
Oh,
Nah,
my
but
God.
people complain about open world games being these vast entity games and like it's filled with filler content. But when a linear game comes out, it gives you a direct story. It doesn't put you all over the place.
Mhm.
It doesn't get picked up.
That's true.
But then you also have games that do have multiplayer. I hate to say this, but I'm gonna say this, and this only applies to people that like to complain. This doesn't apply to everybody. You ever see like those people that complain about these games but suck at the games? It's like, bro, what are you what?
Trash.
Like, you have no room to complain, bro. Stay in your lane, bro. I'm sorry I'm saying this, and again, this does not apply to everybody, okay? This only applies to the people that complains. I'm sorry.
What just popped in my head is awful.
It's only to the people that like to complain, but they suck at the games, and it's like, bro, stay in your lane. Like,
Oh my God.
come on. Like you complaining about stuff that you suck at. Like, you look foolish. It's like that dude that you see on the street that say the end is near. You better repent. Like, shut up.
You know how many people I've seen complain about? You know how many people I've seen complain about that Call of Duty didn't have a story, but they sucked at the multiplayer?
Listen, bro. Don't start me on that, bro. Yo, don't start me on that, bro.
But
Start 'em
you know
on
what's
it.
crazy? You know what's crazy, bro?
Start him on it.
I've played almost every Call of Duty. There was some ones I intentionally skipped because they didn't look appealing to me.
Mhm.
But I played damn near every campaign in the COD story. I can tell you about the Modern Warfare story, the Black Ops story, the World War II stories when they had it. And I can even tell you about the Advanced Warfare story.
I wasted time on the Infinite Warfare story. One of my
Ooh,
30
I'm
minutes.
so
back.
sorry for that, bro.
I wasted so much time on that.
Yo, listen, I'll tell you straight up. Only COD stories I played was Modern Warfare 2, World at War, Black Ops 1, and Black Ops 3, and that was it. I don't play COD for story, and I proudly say that. I'm not here for COD story. I play COD for multiplayer. Everyone knows that, and I ain't gonna say. So I'm not gonna say and lie and say when they said the multiplayer wasn't gonna be in this COD, I wasn't mad. I didn't give a shit. Like, that didn't bother me.
And at one point when I was younger, I made it a thing where I didn't touch the multiplayer until I finished the story. That was a thing for me. Like, all my friends would be on multiplayer. Like, nah, man, I'm gonna finish the story first. And I'm still kind of like that. But I will play a match or two and then get back to the single player.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you a question. Does adding multiplayer to a single player only game, does that make the game better if it's a bad game?
No, I hate it. I hated it when they did it for Mass Effect. I hate it when they did it for
Mass Effect's multiplayer was
Dragon
bad,
Age.
though.
But I hated it. It was like, why are you forcing it?
It was a horde-based mode. It actually made sense.
I mean, it did. It seemed forced to me, like so forced. Like I don't know. I didn't like it.
Dragon Age is the one that seemed forced, but Mass Effect, with like the vast space that they have, they could actually have done that like a while ago.
But yeah, I wasn't really.
Now, a game with the forced multiplayer that I hated and I thought was cool at first until I really looked back on it was like Tomb Raider.
Really?
If
that Tomb Raider multiplayer. Oh no, that joint was a
you see why they
travesty.
dropped it after that.
Cheeks.
They tried to pull an Uncharted 2. No, that's not gonna fly here, sir.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Now, Tomb Raider is a great series. The new one is, and I like it, but don't put a multiplayer now.
Mm-hmm.
That can go for like a lot of games.
Yeah.
The only game I felt like they had a good multiplayer that was natural was Max Payne.
Yo, Max Payne 3, the story and multiplayer was really good in that game, for sure. But see, that's the thing. Like, so Uncharted is a perfect example because Uncharted 1 had no multiplayer, nothing. Uncharted 2 had multiplayer. And honestly, that's some of the best multiplayer I've ever played last gen. That and Call of Duty were like the two games I was on religiously last gen, heavy. But then when Uncharted 3 came out, that multiplayer was garbage because they started putting things into the game that took away the like let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all like and I'm asking everybody in the chat and I'm asking everybody on the panel. Do you guys like challenge when it comes to games, or do you just like your games easy? Like, do you like it to be challenging to where you're kind of like, you really kind of got like, oh, hold on, let me sit up? Or do you like, you just easy peasy, beautiful couple girl?
I like a challenge where it isn't, the controls are challenging me and I feel like I'm at a defunct or something like, gotta be the guy again. Souls games are challenging because of the controls, not because the game is challenging.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Lucas?
As far as challenging, I like games that have a challenge to it, because I feel like if it's too easy, you're just gonna breeze through it, and then it's like, so okay, now what happens? Like, I spent money on this and I'm already done with it. I do like games with a challenge. I don't need to be ridiculous where you like thinking like, okay, they really sit here and threw together XYZ to make it extra hard for no reason, and then you just, where you can't play it no more and it triggers you. But I do like the game. I feel like challenge is good. It helps you get your skill up pretty much.
Okay, fair enough. Leash, you like challenge?
I like a balance. I like a challenge, but not to the point where I can't play the game. Yeah,
Okay.
that's yeah.
Let's carry that into multiplayer now. Now, what if things are set in place to help the lesser skilled player? Do you have a problem with that?
A handicap?
Pretty much, yes. So, okay, so for instance, with Uncharted 3 had this thing called kickbacks. And what the kickbacks were in the multiplayer, where if the team was losing, the losing team would get, like, extra damage or specific abilities for the entire team that would help them catch back up.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, if a team trash, a team is trash regardless. If you're good at the game, you're good at the game.
Facts. Demi. Like that type of stuff in the multiplayer, that's the stuff that pissed me off, because I'm like, you did something right here with Uncharted 2. But in Uncharted 3, you're catering to, it feels noob friendly, and I'm like, I'm not digging this.
But a lot of games are catering to casual gamers. They don't care about hardcore gamers. They don't care about us because they know we're faithful when we're foolish, and they know that we're not going anywhere.
I can fix them.
Like, he'll cut the game back on tomorrow.
Right.
Oh yeah, I would like Black Ops 4 is a perfect example. I love Black Ops 4, but it's so much noob stuff in the game where I'm like, why do you have this here? Like, why? Oh my god. But I still play the damn game. Why?
Because you're a dedicated black man.
Yeah, I'm a wholesome black man, yo.
9bang is like one of the few things that ruin that game.
Oh. Sorry.
Yo, y'all good today, bro?
Yo, sorry.
Pause.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I need Complex to send me that check, bro.
Nah, but on a serious note, 9bang is the perfect example. Why would you put something like this in the game? Flashbangs are fine. A 9bang? Wait, it flashes 9 times?
That's ridiculous.
What? Listen, guys, we can have this conversation forever, but it's 1:30. So at the end of the day, guys, single player games are still very important. Even on my list, like top 3. It goes RPGs, action adventure, first person shooters. So, single player games are at the top of my list, and I'm pretty sure for everyone here, can you all agree that single player games are still very coveted and loved within your households?
Yes,
absolutely,
definitely.
If it ain't beyond, I don't want it.
Okay. So yes, that. So guys, listen. Single player games will always be played here on the MOG and Friends podcast. You will never have to worry about us deviating away from our roots. With that being said, this was a great show, great discussion. We about to get into these outros, starting with the first and last lady of MOG, the MOG goddess herself, Miss Leash Capice.
Hey guys, what's up? I got exciting. Ooh, I dropped my phone. I got exciting news.
She Hollywood now, guys.
All right, shut up.
Yes.
I'm not
Big time.
Hollywood.
Popularity.
No, but next Friday, March the 8th, at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard, 8 p.m. Pacific time, Leash Capiche will be featured on the Twitch's front page in celebration of International Women's Day.
Hey, round of applause for
My
Miss Leash
duties will be
Capiche.
worked overtime that time. So
Yeah,
Yo,
I got an
big
extra
shout out to
mod.
Miss Leash Capiche, yo. Oh my God,
It
some
was-
superhero
so
shit.
it was so random. I got a DM and I was like, "Whoa, hey, what is this?" So it was random, but I think everything happens for a reason. I would have kicked myself if I didn't take the opportunity. So I'm like, even though I'm scared, I'm nervous. It's only for an hour, so I should be good for an hour. But like, I'm nervous as hell. So I hope all of y'all come out, show me some love. We have to keep it PG, guys. I can't get wild.
You have to be a woman of the faith for an hour.
I have to be a woman of the cloth for a whole hour. Let's
cloth
see if
for
I
an
could
hour.
do this.
I promise not to
Sure
hit the
you,
help button or nothing. I'll be behaved. I won't do anything out of ordinary. I'll be behaved and just mod silently.
Yeah.
Make sure you shout out the Mug and Friends.
I will, of course, definitely. I'm definitely gonna shout out Mog and Friends. Like, I got everything set up. Well, I'm getting everything set up. As far as that go, like promoting and stuff and giving shout outs or whatever. But yeah, so I'm gonna be doing that Friday. Stream schedule is still the same. I might not stream tonight because I'm a part of the Cookout, which is like a community for like content creators on Twitch, YouTube, or whatever. They're having like a Atlanta meetup tonight, so I might not stream, but I am streaming tomorrow with some Monster Hunter World, and Monday as well, and Tuesday. Tuesday is normally the pour up stream where I drink lots of tequila, and then after that, I'm taking 2 days rest to get everything in order for Friday. So yeah, I hope y'all all stop by and come support your girl, because I'm gonna need all the support I can get, because oh god, I'm gonna be a nervous
You're about to
wreck.
get like 1 million subs on that 1 hour.
you gotta put your game face on.
I know.
You know what game you gonna play?
More than likely Dead by Daylight, because it's a game that I can recheck and play at the same time. I needed a go-to.
You don't
I
learn.
needed a go-to. I have to play by
learn.
myself, so that way I
Do
get.
I need to play Dead by Daylight?
I gotta play by myself, so that way I get matches. Because if it's me and you, gonna be sitting in the campfire. Yeah.
You just don't learn, Leash Capiche. You don't learn. You love punishment, don't you?
I can't
you really
play.
About to punish all of Twitch with this Dead by Day.
I can't play a game that I'm not familiar with, because I'm going to be focused on I have to play something where I know I'm kind of good at. So it has to be something I'm comfortable
Let me
with.
say a prayer for Leash.
Oh Lord,
Father God, we come before you today.
I gotta be strategic.
Bars.
Nah, that's what's up. I'll definitely be there for sure to support.
Yeah, because you a mod. Duh.
I mean, of course I'm gonna be there because I'm a mod, but I'm gonna be there to support.
All the mods.
I'm gonna
I
be there
really
to support Leash. Yo, big shout out to that. Yo, please definitely go and make sure y'all follow her. Or if you're on YouTube, all her links are in the description. For those on Twitch, make sure you follow Leash Capiche. Let me see if iLeash will work, man, because I don't know, my commands have been messed up lately.
Bro, just use Stream Elements.
I am using Stream Elements. Oh, and it worked. Hey, there you go. Big oof. It worked. It worked. Make sure you guys go check out Leash's channel, please. All her links in the description. Appreciate you guys. I'm so happy for her, yo. Real talk. That's her breakout, man. Now, you know, we're gonna have to pay her like $50 a podcast for her to be here. So,
oh, shut up.
Now she's really Hollywood. You feel me? All she had to do was burn my trailer.
No, guys. I still got a long way to go.
Then we got Mog Guts. Mog Boys in the building. Bro, Demi. Give us your outro, brother.
Howdy, everybody. Thank you for coming out today. Really appreciate y'all for rocking us this fine Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, for wherever you guys are across the world. What do I have planned today? Well, I don't have any streams planned today. And I was supposed to upload a video, but the work schedule called me in, guys. I do apologize. So, Crackdown review tomorrow, Far Cry Monday. And if I can scoop it in, Resident Evil review also on said Monday. If not, then that Tuesday. I've been working. I dropped a review for a dope little playling game called Melba's World. If you're looking for a family-friendly playling game for your PlayStation 4, where you have to use teamwork, go check that out. So it's a very dope game. More DMC tomorrow. We are in Devil May Cry 2, and I can't wait to get through this game because, by God, this game is awful. This game sucks. And I'm trying. I'm really trying, guys. And I never played a Devil May Cry game where pistols have more priority than the swords. Mm-hmm. That should tell you how bad it is. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Big Cheese for the raid, man.
Oh, you did so good, Demi. I was there. You did so good. I was like, look at him. Look at Demi.
I had to put on an entertaining face because my heart was pumping. I was a little nervous, but I handled up, even though I was getting shredded by that boss. I even had a little rage moment on stream, and it wasn't that bad, but it was pretty hilarious. I took on my headset and had to walk around for a second. But yeah, I got stuff planned in the pipeline for you guys. Come subscribe to the channel, Demigod Reviews. That is YouTube and Twitch. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, Demigod Reviews. And if you are on Facebook and not sharing videos of cats and doing whatever with your life, come by the Facebook gaming page, Demigod Rev. I greatly appreciate you guys. Thank you for rocking with Mog and Friends. And big shout out to Lise Capiche. I will be there. So please act accordingly. Don't be weird in the chat.
Please don't. I will ban you
If
immediately.
you get weird, you will get the band. Oh yeah.
I will drop my ban hammer. It is indiscriminate.
And we will be showing love to her because I'm very, like I said on Twitter, I'm very proud of her. First and last lady of Mog.
Oh.
And she has my support and love.
Oh, stop. You're going to make me cry. No, don't do this.
Keep going.
No.
And we're going to wake, shake, and bake. Let's get it, man.
Hey.
Nice.
Yeah,
Black
yo,
Shriners,
I put Demi's link in the description on Twitter. I mean, Demi's links are in the description for those watching us on YouTube and for those watching us on Twitch. The link to his Twitch channel is in the chat. Please go click that and follow my bro Demi.
Join
like,
the
yo,
God Squad, man.
you gotta follow my bro and my sis. You gotta follow them, yo. Like this is the MOG family.
Squad. We got you.
Okay, you gotta follow them because they got
Yes.
some really
You
great
like a cool
content.
nickname for your
And
people,
Leash
man.
about to be Hollywood, and it's about to be amazing. It's about to be amazing. Like, yo, she gonna be on the front page, and it's gonna be fun.
Before she gets too Hollywood for everybody.
Hey,
I'm not.
Hey, real talk. Persona needs like a cool name for like his people.
Let's
I was
see.
gonna say the Personites, but I don't know.
Oh, that is awful.
Oh, that is so head ass. That is so head ass.
All right. I don't know if head ass is the proper terminology to use. The Personites. Nah, I don't know. I haven't found like a name for my community.
So conceited.
Yet.
Personites.
I gotta,
Like you are your own nation.
Lee's got tequila gang. She got the tequila titans. She out here, man.
I don't know. I have to find a name for my community.
I got the God Squad. I got the Olympians, man. What's up, man?
I don't know. I guess mine's will be
Gaming with personas.
I don't know. I have to think of a name. I don't know. My shooters. I don't know.
Your shooters.
I'd have to think of one. I'm gonna think of one. I don't have one yet. I haven't really branded.
The sweaty brigade.
The sweaties. Yo, the sweaties.
The sweaties.
Yo, I ain't gonna front the sweaties kind of.
Sweat necks.
Alright, hold up. All right, relax.
I'm here for it. Sweat necks.
The sweat
Yes,
necks.
sweat necks.
Terrible.
You gotta have like you gotta get an emo with like a towel around your neck, bro.
Yo,
real talk. I hit up Lady Benegario to actually have that make the sweat necks. The sweat.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to think of a name for my community. I still got a bunch of branding.
I told you, bro. Sweat necks is all you, bro.
I'm not about to call my community no sweat necks, bro. Like, that's not happening. That is not happening. No sweat
that's so
necks.
disrespectful.
The sweat necks, like,
God.
yo, sweat necks, what's good? Like, nah.
Hey, people gonna love it, bro.
Sweat necks.
Listen.
Sweaties.
I'm not about to call my community the sweat necks, especially male and female. What I look calling a female a sweat neck? Leash, you want to be called a sweat neck?
We sweat, so if it gets a little
if it
sweaty,
work,
if it works.
Leash over there with Tequila Gang, man. She got
Hey, Tequila Gang
but
gang.
Tequila Gang is unisex. There could be a guy or a girl. The sweat necks? What female? Hey guys, I'm about to go watch Persona, aka the sweat necks. Like, what female is gonna type that shit?
we got
on
Demi
Twitter?
over here with the God Squad. You know?
The girls do
say much
sweat.
because
Yo, shout out to Jedi. Girls do sweat Jedi, but I don't know no female that is gonna be in my community calling themselves the sweat neck.
Okay, so the sweaties. Just call your community the sweaties.
I don't know. I'll see.
Sweaty.
The sweaters.
Oh my god, y'all are stupid.
He said my shooters.
Y'all are stupid.
The personites though.
Yo,
Get out.
Like a biblical term.
Right.
Hey man, you not gonna let out with that.
Yo, what the Personites? Listen, that was just off the top of the dome. I couldn't think of nothing like right away.
No. Hold on, because you said my shooters.
Like, yo, the shooters. I don't know.
That's
Listen,
so 90s.
I listen. Hey, listen.
So
I
80s.
still gotta. I'm still in the branding stages of the channel. But yo, our special guest again. It was so good chopping it up with Lucas today. Lucas, please give us your outro. Shout out your podcast. Shout out your peoples. Go ahead, bro.
Yo, appreciate it. I want to first off say that it was truly an honor and a privilege to be on the show. Like when you asked me to be on the show Thursday during streaming, I don't know if you saw my reaction. I was literally floored. Like I didn't know how to react for a second. I was like, word, is this happening? Oh, okay. But I was humbled to be here. Also, like, as well as many people on the panel said, so proud of Leash. You know what I'm saying? Gonna be on the front page, yo. I'm really proud of you, man. I mean, I gave you a hard time today, and I also, because this is being recorded, this is a stream, I do want to take the time to apologize for Tuesday and my triggeredness.
Oh
I'll
Lord.
give you a hard time, but I apologize for that. Even though certain people say I need to stay that way because it was entertaining at the night. That was a lot of rage, took a lot out of me. But I am very proud of you and all the hard. I know the hard work that you do. I have the pleasure of calling you a friend, and I'm humbled for that. And I'm happy for you, and I wish you all the best for your success. And now you're popular, and you can't say you're not anymore.
I'm not.
But okay, speed up this outro. It's me, Lucas Rich, 1026. You know, I've accepted my branding name from my community, the congregation. I was encouraged to do that, so we're just gonna steer with it. We're gonna go with the congregation, so we're gonna rock with that. You can catch me on social media, on Twitter, Instagram at LucasRich1026. Shout out to Homie Talk Podcast, which will be at 8 p.m. Eastern tonight, with fellow streamers Jedi Oso, Cedric the Gamer, Rick Plays Games, and Prince 8. I believe if everything's going according to plan, we should have a special guest with us as well, which is finalizing up that. Usually, I'm setting to a schedule of streaming, usually Wednesday through Saturday. I'm going to try to see if I can stream some Anthem pretty soon. If it doesn't kick me out like it did the last stream I had. So hopefully that'll go well this time. And like I said, it was an honor and a privilege. If I had a way to have y'all all on the podcast at the same time, I would love to do it one day. If we can get that worked out, I would love to do that. That would be fun.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I've had a blast, man. So, thank you so much for letting me be here.
Aw, Lucas.
Definitely.
And you had to ruin it.
Like I said, it was really great. Really, you know, the honor is ours to have you on, man. It was really great to have you. Really good conversation, good thoughts, and a real cool guy. I put his link to his Twitch in the description, guys. So make sure you guys go ahead and you follow him on YouTube and on Twitch. Make sure you guys follow him. Join the congregation for sure. Like I said, it was great having you on, Lucas.
And I was behaved. I didn't do a lot of I was very
big shout out. Big shout out to the Homie Talk Podcast crew. Rick, Prince, Ced, Jedi, those fellas over there. Like I said, I'm a big fan of their podcast, man. It comes on 8 o'clock every Saturday on Lucas's channel. Make sure you guys go check that out tonight. It's more of like a real life podcast where they talk about like real life issues and, you know,
better not bring your kids.
Yeah, it's a very mature rated.
Filter it up.
It's a very mature rated show. And I love it. I love the show. It's really great. Really dope. Really dope concept. So definitely go check that out, guys. It's really great. 8 o'clock every Saturday night, 8 o'clock Eastern. So check that out. Definitely check that out for sure. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the show. Big fan. And yeah, y'all guys know who I am. I'm Persona. I'm streaming Anthem today and tomorrow. Anthem. I'm grinding levels, grinding gear and stuff like that. I love the game. The game is great. Really is a dope game. So I'm gonna be streaming that. And what else? That's it. I've been like working a lot in gym and studying for my cert. So I've been in like real life mode this past couple of weeks. So I take my tests actually next week. So
hey,
yeah.
Let's
Hey,
go.
you gonna knock that test out the park?
Oh yeah, for sure. So that's that, and you guys already know C2E2's in 3 weeks.
I'm
It's
excited.
gonna be fun. It's
I'm
gonna be
nervous.
entertaining. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be a lot of fun. A lot of pictures, a lot of live streams, a lot of videos. We might even do a podcast in person.
Yo, that would be dope for y'all to do that.
We might actually do a podcast in person and just
How?
live
Party
stream.
at Alicia's trailer.
Because you can live stream directly from your phone to YouTube.
Oh, we using your phone? Cause my phone's
Sure.
shitty.
Well, I mean,
Party at Alicia's
I
trailer.
gotta stand and all that. So we might do it like super ghetto and just like hold the phone and just turn it whenever someone's talking.
Oh no.
We might do like a
God.
mini
Better get
podcast
started.
talking about C2E2 and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy. It wouldn't be structured like how we have it now. It would just be like super chill and just talk and chop it up. I'll talk to the team. We'll see. But it's gonna be fun. If you guys are there, don't be weird. Yeah, I'm excited. 3 weeks, literally 3 weeks. Like no bullshit. It's to the day. It's 3 weeks. So those 3 weeks gonna fly by.
Yeah, they are.
So yeah, make sure you follow me on Twitter at persona_mog. Follow me on Twitch. All that good stuff. Links are in the description. And yeah, that's it, man. Episode 77, Mog and Friends podcast is in the books. Big shout out to everyone that came through: Jedi, Rick, Killer K, Key, the OG, Ali. I said Rick, Harry, All Day Digital, Cypher, Wolf Flow, Day One right there. Shout out to the Day Ones. And AG, oh shit, AG came through. Shout out to you that came through. Almighty, El Matador. Shout out to all y'all that came through, man. Really do appreciate you guys coming through. It was a lot of y'all today, man. We had about like 20 people. It was good. Yeah, you all started your mornings off right with that Mog and Friends podcast. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Please be safe in whatever that you're doing. Don't do nothing we won't do. And we'll see you guys next Saturday, same time, same place, same crew. We out of here. Peace.